blind spots. Don't linger, pass with purpose, or give the vehicle space. Stay visible, stay safe. America's pros rely on you. Paid for by FMCSA. And with that, we turn it over to
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Good morning and welcome to the show once again. It is TalkSports here on Fan Run Radio, Fox Sports Knoxville. Welcome in. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be anywhere. It is a fine Wednesday here in our fair city, May the 20th. Time marches on. And we are marching on as a show through this week. Today will be the last John-less day, I believe. John will be back tomorrow. Sam gone the rest of the week, which I was not aware of until yesterday morning. But nonetheless, it's me and Bubba. We're here with you. What's up, Bubba?
Hey, Cody. I gotta say, for being honest, this has been one of the worst weeks of my life.
Yeah,
not just since Monday, but since last Wednesday.
Well,
the weekend was absolutely god awful for me. Could never recover from that. And then just throughout the week, the weather's been getting too damn hot for me. And as a bigger guy, just sweating like crazy, going through clothes. I'm suffering outside. I'm not enjoying that. All right, gas went from $3.78 back up to $4.29. I'm not okay with that. People try to buy up all these things at the store. I'm not okay with that. And then last night, umpiring, the worst call I've ever made in my life. I felt so bad for those kids. I messed up as soon as I said it, but I said it, so I can't take it back at that point.
Now, is that a pride thing, or is that just that's the rule?
No, it's me not knowing the rules, so I goofed up.
But could you admit you made a mistake? Could you say, hey, look, I screwed that up? Or is it once it's done, it's done?
It's easier to just keep trying to find your place instead of retracing your steps in the situation.
You just got to be adamant.
Yeah, you got to be a man about it. Take your losses.
Well, would you like some 2-liter of Coca-Cola?
That's got too much sugar and high fructose corn syrup and stuff.
It certainly does. It's got a lot.
So the situation last night was there's two things that happened in one game. And I don't know the rules for either of these things, okay?
Okay.
So when they happen to me, I look up and I say, you know what? Thank you for giving me this challenge, man, up there, and for letting me try to figure this out.
Thank you for this opportunity.
So there's a situation where a kid hit a double, and there's already two. There was a runner on third and a runner on second.
Okay.
First base was empty. Kid hit a double, so the runner on third scores, first immediately.
Scores a run.
Okay. In the outfield, they throw at home, but because their age groups and stuff like that, a little wild of a throw, so it's back up against the backstop area. Still a live ball. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay.
Kid on
so
second, reaches third and then scores home. The second kid to cross home plate.
Okay.
As soon as he crosses the plate, he goes and picks up the ball. Ball is still in play, so it's a live ball. I had to call it a dead ball, and I had to say, hey, that run doesn't count because the kid picked up the ball. Please go back.
Oh, so you said his run didn't count.
Yeah, because he picked up the ball as it was still a live ball.
Now, theoretically, there would have been a third runner, right? The guy who hit the double.
Yeah,
right?
And I had to limit him at second base.
So runner number 1 scores.
Yes.
Runner number 2 scores.
Yeah.
Runner number 3 is on his way around, but runner number 2 has just picked up a live ball for some reason.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like his run should count, though. He touched home plate before he picked up the ball.
I don't know the rule. Okay. But the kid picked it up, and then that's going to cause problems and cause confusion with the other kids and the parents, and it just whatever, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one I thought I handled pretty good. Okay.
Now, were they saying that runner number 2's run should have counted?
That they're saying everything to me at this point. Okay.
Okay.
I'm
trying to think of what I would have done. I think I would have stopped the third runner, like you said.
Because there's already a situation where they threw a pitch and it looked like it hit the bat first and then the helmet. Because it hit the bat first, in my view, while I'm 50 feet away looking at a kid that just crouches down.
Yeah,
it's like, damn kid, why'd you have to do that? Be a man, take it. But so they're already upset over that ruling.
What the helmet's for?
So then that one, and then the one that really sucked, and it's me. I should not have said anything. Like looking back and talking with the other people, I should have just let this whole thing play out. Okay, I've never been in this situation except for when I was a kid, and this is the only PTSD and memory that I have of this. Okay, so as a kid, there was one time when I was running home and I missed home plate, and the umpire said, "Hey kid, step on the bag," and I looked at him, and I just kept going on my merry way, and he said, "Hey kid, step on the bag." Or plate, and and I just went back into my dugout, and then another kid came up and tagged me, and he said, "You're out." And I said, "What?" I made it to home, though, and he said, "But I saw in my eyes you missed the plate completely, and you never made an effort to retouch it. You just went straight in." Okay, that's what happened to me as a kid. I remember this umpire for the rest of my life, okay? I hope this guy struggled in his life because of that issue. So what happened last night?
Because he was trying to help teach you
What happened
the game.
last night was the same team where the kid picked up the ball, okay? The next inning, they had bases loaded. So this time, runner on third scores, runner on second scores, runner on first, in my view, just misses home plate by just a smidge for my liking, right? I didn't see him make firm planted contact with it. Didn't look like he even touched. Maybe he touched like the black part, but it was kind of hard to see, with two kids here, catcher here, pitcher here, right? You got four kids plus the kid running home. He kind of decides. So like the angle that I had too, it's like, I don't think he touched it. And so I tried to immediately.
So that guy in your mind.
I go back to the youth where the guy's
hey,
like,
kid, touch the bag.
So I said that to the kid.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't hear me or whatever. Keeps going. He's celebrating. The whole team's fired up. They're going, yeah. We just got 3 runs.
And you're saying, hey, kid, touch the plate. You got to touch the bag.
And then he just goes into the dugout, takes off his stuff.
Uh-oh.
And then I look around, and they're looking at me. I'm like, I tried to tell the kid to touch on plate, and he didn't touch on plate.
Did you call him out?
I did. That's the thing. So I should have just maintained silence. I should have let the whole play out. And then if the defensive team pitching and, catching a lot of stuff, not hitting, were to make an appeal, then I would do something about it. But because they may have never even challenged it if I didn't say anything.
What's the score of the game at this point? You said they had the bases loaded. Are they?
It was at this point with the run, it would have been 7-5.
Okay.
With the other team, one last at bat happening, so they could have
So
tied
it's
it
a
or
tight
won.
game. It's somewhat, yeah.
The first game I did with these two, it was also a complete just clown show for me, and just game wise, and coaches and parents and kids attacking me because this was like one of my first games umpiring. They lit me up. They let me have it. And so I know these teams, and I know that I'm gonna get chewed out, right?
Yeah.
And this thing, as soon as that happens, I'm just getting absolute, it felt like Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss, dude.
Yeah.
Like words are being thrown, like just situations, the way people are acting. It's like, my God, dude.
So you had a flashback in real time.
Yes.
To when this guy and this guy that called you out. Now you said you wish that bad things happened to him, right?
Yeah. So
and then you did the same thing he did.
And I never want to be in that position, okay? But here, I only have two things going for me in my defense. It's my first year, umpiring. I don't know the rules, okay? Two, the memory of my
the coaches probably say, well, learn the rules.
Yeah.
Right? If you're going to umpire the game.
And the whole time they're just like, you can't do that. They have to make an penalty. It's like,
yeah.
Coach, you're probably right. I've already said what I said out loud. What do you want me to do about it? Because then if I take off runs, there's going to be even more feedback. And it's like,
yeah,
it's just easier to take, beating from one side than take a beating from both sides,
Yeah, at least, maybe just upset one of the coaches.
If I walk it back, I've already taken all the brunt from the first team. Then I get to take the brunt from the second team. More time gets delayed. And at that point, it's like, dude, please.
This sounds to me like it would be hard to deal with. Is it worth what you're getting out of it?
For me personally, my mental state and just anxiety and stuff like that, no. This will probably be my first and only time umpiring.
First and last season as an ump. Yeah.
Just because it's I don't want to be like the guy of my youth, but I have been, okay? And I'm not okay with that, right?
I don't like the man you.
I don't like making mistakes. I hate making mistakes. Although it's an opportunity to learn from it, the problem is I don't know if I've learned from them. I keep making new mistakes. Granted, they are new, but it's also just new things that keep coming up, and I'm not ready for it.
Well, you're in the moment. It's hard to tell in real time.
And it's at times it's excuses, but also it's funny though because it's they're just oh, we're recording this, so we'll go back and see. You can't do that to the kids, man. You can't do that.
We need to get this footage. Yeah. That's what we need to get in as a
I will
show.
claim AI till the day I die.
Who do we contact to get the footage of these calls you're making?
It's like Homelander and the boys, man. The footage of me on that plane, that's doctored.
Yeah.
Footage of me at the plate here on the field, that's doctored.
Yeah, it's not me. It's definitely not me.
That's also why I'm growing up the facial hair and stuff too. So that way, as soon as the season ends, I'm shaving it. I'm getting a haircut. So that way, if I see these kids out in public, hopefully they
don't recognize you.
They'll have to think twice before they think it's the same guy.
Yeah, before they come up and taunt you for those.
Yeah.
For costing them their Little League championship.
Because it's I don't want to make the wrong call, right? I want to treat the game with respect.
But if you do make the wrong call, you're sticking with it.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of have to.
Well, that's a good way.
Until I can find a workaround, because it's the whole kid picking up the ball thing, I didn't know what to do in that situation. So I called both coaches over here. And I was like, okay, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Obviously, the coach is like, no, the run should count. Just, whatever afterwards. And I was like, and this person's like, no, it's still a live ball. So it's like, son of a, gun. What do I do here?
Yeah, that's a good way to strive for perfection, nonetheless.
As a guy that's always tried to be a perfectionist but could never quite amount to it, maybe that's why I have some sort of lingering issue.
You should have started playing the violin instead of calling these Little League games.
I used to play the viola.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I've forgotten how to do that because I ain't done that since.
I feel like that'd be a good thing to do if you're a perfectionist. If you what do you think are the best habits of a perfectionist? What's the best career you could be in? Like something
golf, music,
something nuclear.
No, it needs to be habitual.
Yeah,
it's for golf, you do every day. Also an athlete too, because it's rituals play into that perfectionist kind of
shooting free throws.
That and then baseball players warm up where it's
certain guys could never be in the NBA though. Like you and me could have never been in the NBA, no matter how many free throws we shot.
The only way I could make it to the NBA if I was part of the damn entertainment team, and a mascot suit.
Yeah, exactly. And I couldn't have even done that.
But
I could make it in an NBA arena. Maybe if I had joined event staff, it could be the guy going around scooping up the popcorn. But that'd be about it. So,
anyways, that's me, Cody. What about you? What was your
I've enjoyed the Umpire Chronicles, Bubba, and
I want to put a bullet through my brain.
I hope the audience is enjoying it too, and I hope you don't shoot yourself because
that's a joke, but
there's many great stories to come. Think of all the great games that are going to happen down the road this summer.
Here's the only issue.
You may not have even gotten your worst ass chewing yet. It could be coming around the corner.
You say that, but like the tournament starts in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and that's going to be really ramped up.
Stakes are getting higher.
So I'm going to ask if I can never umpire the certain field ever again.
The pressure will be mounting, and those coaches will be getting angrier.
How was the pressure for you though last night?
In what regard?
In life,
Last night was perfectly fine and dandy for me. I didn't. I went to a friend's house. We did a little baseball ourselves, a little MLB The Show, and man, I suck at that game. I finally got it together a little bit when we were doing the home run derby. Like I hit a good amount of home runs in the derby. I got into a rhythm. But playing a game against another guy who's pitching, I just really suck at it. Like at that game, I'm not good at it, but I still enjoy it. Like I like the game.
See, like I hate playing against people because they do cheese. So they'll throw like screwballs and sliders in and up and away and like the edge of the zone. And is it the newest
swing
game?
Every time.
Is it the newest version?
Yeah, it's the newest.
So they're doing like the ABS challenges and stuff too.
Yeah, you can challenge it. Yeah.
I would get so upset. I'd rage at that game.
I swing every time. I have so much trouble not swinging. It's hard for me to watch a pitch. Because I don't think my hand-eye coordination is quick enough to see it, and like they all look like they're hittable to me until they last
every pitch is hittable until it's like from the beginning and you can't move your thing and swing because the player's already backing up out of the zone or something.
Yeah, it's a struggle, but it was a good night to see the fellas and just have a little fun, eat a little dinner, hang out a little bit, watch a little bit of the NBA, a little bit of the Tennessee baseball game. We got a nice win yesterday. I didn't get a nice win, but somebody got a nice win. So we'll discuss the happenings from last night here on the other side. You're listening to the Cody and Bubba experience, the Bubba and Cody, the two. I don't have a name for it yet. Oh, by the way, I booked guests today. So just because we're doing a 2-man show, do you know how to work the phone? I assume.
I don't know if the phone's been hooked back up since the new setup.
Okay, well, we'll figure that out. Hopefully, we can get our guys in here later on today, but we'll discuss it on the other side. You're listening to Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation, or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This week is a huge week for your Knoxville Smokies. Don't have your tickets yet? It's not too late. Join us Tuesday as we honor our incredible law enforcement. And Wednesday is all you can eat. The weekend is kicking off with one of our favorites, Margaritaville. Food and drink specials all night long with that island feel and post-game concert and fireworks. Saturday, it's not only a doubleheader, but it's Grateful Dead night and fireworks. We end the week with our day game of the week on Sunday. It's jam-packed, so get your tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Of Jordan Dejani on at an hour from now at 9:30, and then SEC Mike at 10:30. If we can get this, you said we're going to do a Zoom link, Bubba. That's going to be the way to do that. If we can get that to work, we'll have Jordan and SEC Mike on. If we can,
I'm not sure about the phone line. If Willie Boy here in the studio, he might be able to educate me on this setup here. Because
I know we've had some issues with the phones and whatnot. But I want to say the drive is taking callers again, so maybe we can figure that out. And then if we can't, then hey, I guess it was just too ambitious. But it's a two-man show today, so it is what it is.
Hey, like you said the other day, threesome's too much, man.
Well, I've always said you need one guy for the number of hours you're doing. I feel like, if we're doing a 2-hour show, 2 guys is perfect. If you do a 3-hour show, 3 guys is fine. The 4th guy has been a luxury over the years.
How long should a tour be?
A tour?
Yeah.
You saying like a 3-hour tour, like a Gilligan's Island? Is this a Gilligan's Island reference?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. You can't get one past me, Bubba. I know my Gilligan's Island. I used to go to sleep with to that. A very sad time in my life, I think.
Black and white or the color once it switched over to live and in color?
Black and white. It was on the old, I guess it was TV Land or whatever it was, and I remember when I was like 8 or 9 years old, I would fall asleep to that in the living room of this trailer that I was living in with my parents before they got divorced. Good times.
My apologies. I did not mean to.
Here's the thing. I grew up in a house, regular house, nothing fancy, but just your standard American house, maybe 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It wasn't a big house, but it was a regular little house. And then I guess we were going to build a house at one point in time, and then that didn't go well, and that caused a lot of trouble, and there was a lot of trouble in the marriage regardless. And so they were getting divorced around that time.
Hey, it's not your fault.
It was probably a good part of my fault. I mean, maybe they could have been happy without me, So anyway, Tennessee baseball against South Carolina.
Happy.
Yeah. Boy, that was a nice third inning, wasn't it?
I'm gonna be. I mean, I was out there on my own dime, and
yeah, you probably
I saw was the kids make the same type of play that I saw, where I guess it was already like 8 to whatever, and then like the 2 players, the catcher and the pitcher, collided at home plate, and our guy just kind of snuck in that run.
I guess you didn't get to see much of it as you were out there.
I was going through I was in war, brother.
You got your own baseball career to worry about. Can't be worried about what these Tennessee boys are doing. You're the next great umpire of Knoxville Little League. Well, I was watching the good stuff anyway. I'm not going to lie to you and act like I sat down and was attentive for the full 9 innings of this Tuesday afternoon game against South Carolina. But I was watching the good part, and the good part was when we put up 6 runs in the third inning. Tennessee got out to a 2-0 lead. Then there was a bit of a lull in the second, and by the third inning, South Carolina had put up 3 runs, and you found yourself just for a second thinking, oh no, South Carolina's got a lead on us. It's 3-2. We're just going to check on out of Hoover. I mean, I think the thought probably crossed a couple people's minds of, we don't have the pitching anyway. Let's just get out of here. Let's get this over with.
ESPN does not respect college sports like baseball and softball and stuff like that.
No, it's hard to find anything on there if you're looking for information about the game. They pretty much just give you the score.
Well, the good news is that we were able to score in the first inning. So our leadoff boys and kind of the stronger part of our lineup was able to actually do something.
Yes. Yeah, because that's not always the case, of course. But anyway, I was getting ready to tell you about the third inning, Bubba. The third inning is where the action happened.
It looks like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 little events here happening, at least.
6 runs.
Whoa!
6 runs for Tennessee in the third inning. It was a balanced offensive effort overall in the game, but the third inning is where you made your magic. Tennessee wins 11-6 on the afternoon, but it was over after the third. That's all you needed was that third inning, because by that point in time, it was 8-3. Then you added 1 in the fourth as 9-3, and then Tennessee just kind of cruised. South Carolina had one little surge again in the 7th, and then we had a nice response to that in the 8th with 2 runs of our own. So Tennessee opens its stay in Hoover with a victory over the South Carolina Gamecocks and take on Arkansas today. Same time, I believe. Same time as yesterday's game.
Same place.
Same time, same place. Just a new day, new team.
I know you said you were watching the good stuff. Doing your best, Kenny Chesney over there.
That's good stuff.
But did you pay attention to any pitching at all, or just offensive stuff, or?
Yeah, I mean, I watched us pitching
with Appenzeller starting. Just box score watching, so I don't know the full story here, but
yeah, his first start against an SEC team, by the way, Cam Appenzeller.
It would get 5 strikeouts, but he also gave up 6 hits and 3 earned runs.
He allowed 3 runs,
5 innings.
Yeah, 6 hits, 3 runs, and 3 walks.
Krenslow guy coming in for relief does not look like he was too great out there. Maybe
he hasn't been any good all year. This Braden Krenslow, he nothing against the kid if he's listening, but he's been a problem all year. He's the guy you think of when you say Tennessee doesn't have much of a bullpen.
Who's this Will Haas guy out here?
Now that's a freshman, Will Haas. He's a freshman lefty, and he did close out the game with 2.1 shutout frames, so earned his first career save. He is from Rockford, Minnesota.
Hey, I've always said those Minnesota boys up there.
They're tough.
Yeah,
they're tough. They don't get phased under pressure. They're good under pressure. They're used to being
little diamond boys.
Used to being cold. Used to violence in the streets. They're used to those Minnesota. I mean, they got Viking blood, and I don't know if Will Haas comes from Vikings necessarily or not. But is somebody yelling at you out there, Bubba? Is that one of the little league coaches? What's going on?
I'll shut the door.
Okay, you don't have to.
Kind of like how Will Haas shut the door on the Gamecocks.
Hey, there you go. Good transition as Bubba now leaves to go shut the door. I can hear people yelling. I don't know what's happening. So yeah, Will Haas, nice job by him. The freshman closing out the game, allowing just 1 hit, recording 6 of his 7 outs via strikeouts. Hell of a finish. 6-7. That's right. Yeah,
it's showing 6. Yeah, only 1 hit. So, did he give up the hit immediately, or was it like?
I wasn't watching when he was out there. I didn't watch the end of the game. Once we were up 9-3, we started playing MLB The Show and just checking in periodically, and then you had the NBA going on. NBA was getting started, and we were into that too. So, like I said, I don't want to lie to you and say I sat down and watched all 9 innings of this, but. Tennessee did what they needed to do basically in the 3rd inning, and that was enough. The hitting has been there lately for Tennessee, and it's a problem. Early in the year, we thought it might be a problem, wondering if these bats would ever wake up, or I guess to an extent with no Tony Vitello, it just felt like the juice was out, and that just trickles down. You've heard of
trickle-down economics.
Yeah, you've heard of Ronald Reagan's trickle-down economics. To me, in baseball, especially that confidence you have as a team, it trickles down from the head coach, from the top. And I think for a good portion of this season, we thought that we just didn't have the juice. And I think that was affecting hitting. It was affecting confidence. But Josh Elander, man, he's done a hell of a job as of late because these boys are playing as well as they've played all season. I don't know if you can get hot at the right time or not. I mean, baseball's a fickle mistress, as they say. Basketball, they talk about it all the time. Wow, this team's getting hot. This team's peaking. And I don't know if that's just one of those old sports cliches we use. Or if teams really, you do see it sometimes. Teams really do get hot, and it feels like they're unstoppable. Like I think of those UConn tournament runs, like that momentum or whatever. But you've seen it. I don't know if it's always as big of a deal as we make it out to be, but it does seem to me like Tennessee is a better baseball team here on May 20th than they were on March 20th, and really, that's all you can ask for.
I will agree with you. It did feel like at times throughout the season where it's like, this team, we question whether or not we'd be able to make the tournament. And then it's like, nah, it's a little bit of an over-exaggeration, just put forth. Most of the pitching found its way. Now, occasionally, as we see and know, there is a couple just duds, but it's like, it's one of those things where you just got to get through with what you got. The hitting, some guys have emerged while some guys have taken a step back. We always want guys like Ford and Brown to take a step up, but maybe they kind of give you mixed results sometimes. Other guys, Levi Clark, he was awful up until, SEC play.
Well, Levi Clark, Henry Ford, and Blake Grimmer, they all had multi-hit days yesterday as we had 15 total hits. So those three guys, Henry Ford, Levi Clark, Blake Grimmer, they all showed up.
Hey, the Shimmer and Grimmer.
Is that what they call him?
That's what I call him.
The Shimmer of Shrimming.
Grim and Grime.
Yeah.
Grim Time.
Maybe something with the Grim Reaper.
Grime Time. Oh, the Grim Reaper, that's better.
The Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any fun play on Henry Ford?
Oh, yeah. His is just Model T.
Yeah. The Grim Reaper, Model T, and then just some guy named Levi Clark. It's hard to really come up with a good nickname for him.
Superman.
Clark the Shark.
Levi Clark Kent.
But none of those guys were as impressive as Garrett Wright. He was your lead guy yesterday with 4 hits as the leadoff man. Also a pair of runs scored and 3 RBIs. So
I blame Weigels though.
You blame Weigels for what?
I don't want to directly say, but they're also hyping up some guys at the beginning. Maybe the phone lines are working. I'm not 100% sure over here.
See if you can answer it.
Well, it lit up for a second and then just disappeared on me. So maybe I just got astigmatism that's really popping out. But
let's do a little
Jay
practice.
Abernathy.
Let's do a little practice. After the break, we'll open up the phone lines. So if you want to call Bubba during the break, we'll see if he can
answer.
We'll see if he can take the call. Yeah, let's just do some practice. So maybe if you call, you'll get on the air, or maybe not.
I don't know how to work the phone.
And hopefully you know the phone number because I don't know if I know it. It's 865-966-3435. Is that correct?
Something like that.
I want to say that's what it is. 865-966-3435. So try that number and see if you can get in with Bubba and see if he takes your call. And if he doesn't, he doesn't.
If you're a spam caller, I won't give you the time of day.
Hello, this is.
You can't. Come on. I mean, I agree.
We've all been there. We've all been there. Nice night for the Vols. Nice night for Tennessee baseball. Arkansas today. One of the great rivalries in college baseball.
All right.
Tennessee and Arkansas. Going at it. See if we can finally beat old Dave Van Horn. Let's hit a break, and we'll get back into some more sports talk here on the other side. Stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
This week is a huge week for your Knoxville Smokies. Don't have your tickets yet? It's not too late. Join us Tuesday as we honor our incredible law enforcement. And Wednesday is all you can eat. The weekend is kicking off with one of our favorites, Margaritaville. Food and drink specials all night long with that island feel and post-game concert and fireworks. Saturday, it's not only a doubleheader, but it's Grateful Dead night and fireworks. We end the week with our day game of the week on Sunday. It's jam-packed, so get your tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Over here, man.
Are we on? Are we on air here?
I don't know what's going on. Hold on one sec. We got a caller on the line. I've done him wrong 2 times already. Let's not make it a third. I think we got DR Vol over here trying to give it to me. So I don't know how to put it through. So I might need voice.
Well, this is why we're practicing. We're practicing to see here if we can get it through. This is live radio, and DR knows that if he is not on, then he's not on. That sounds like he's not on. But hey, that's all right. That's why we're practicing. That was at least you tried, Bubba. At least you tried. I want to give the proper what do they say? Flowers. I don't really like that term. I don't like when people say we're going to give him his flowers. It's kind of an annoying phrase to me, but I don't know any other better way to put it. I want to give the proper congratulations, I guess, to Garrett Wright, who for Tennessee yesterday, he was fantastic. His 4 hits tied the program record for the most by a player in an SEC tournament game, marking the 8th time it has happened and the first time since Hunter Inslee had 4 hits in the SEC championship game against LSU 2 years ago. So Wright's 4 hits tie the program record most by a player in an SEC tournament game. So shout out to him. Only the 8th time that's happened for Tennessee. He was elite yesterday at the plate. So Tennessee moves on to face the 7 seed Arkansas today, 5:30 on the SEC network. And as Bubba and William try to repair the light bulb across the glass, how many radio guys does it take to answer a phone? We continue
Let's see if this works. Hold on.
to struggle. Okay. Well, I hear a dial tone.
That's positive. That's positive. All right.
Yeah, we heard a dial tone.
minute.
There's just nobody. There's just nobody on the line. All right. Well, if DR wants to try to call back, maybe we'll see if we can get that. In the meantime, let's check in on the chat. Buck says the crew keeps getting smaller. That's right, Buck. Sammy boy left us high and dry. I think John will be back tomorrow.
All right. I think we got somebody on the line here.
Okay. Caller, you're on the air. That's what Basilio says.
If at first you don't succeed, try, and try again.
I know
that. We got an extra try or two out there.
I know that voice anywhere. That's DR Vol. That's DR Vol's music.
Cody, I was telling Bubba, I really enjoy his little umpiring segments. I get it. I was there about 20 years ago doing it. Of course, we got paid cash, so the government couldn't get you. But I gave it up after 2 years. It's not worth getting yelled at.
I was gonna say, man, I got a lot of we got a lot coming in. Hank says too, the Umpire Chronicles bring him a lot of joy. We're getting a lot of stuff in about the umpiring. So you've been in these shoes before as well, DR.
Yeah, and you kind of get a power trip from it. I will say this, Bubba. I was like 16 or 17. I had all I could take from a guy, and I'm like, hey, he's an adult. I'm a kid. I'm going to throw him out. And I got in trouble for it because I was pretty quick on the trigger to throw him out, but I enjoyed it. So you ought to try that once or twice.
Is it kind of like being like a small town cop? Is it the same sort of power trip? Like it's people in the community you kind of half-ass know, but you kind of really don't like, and you can just kind of do what you want?
Oh, 100%. And of course, my dad was on the school board back then, so they half-assed didn't like me either. So it kind of went both ways. Bubba, yeah, you're like Barney Fife of the ball field.
Do you feel that, Bubba? Do you feel that little bit of power?
I don't know anybody here. I just feel like some random guy that showed up and now he's just taking a burden. I like to eject myself, for being honest.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'll do next game. He's out of here. Who? Me?
Me. I'm out of here. That's good. That's good stuff. Did you watch any of the – sorry, DR, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. I didn't watch any. I was drinking margaritas last night. I was preoccupied.
Really?
Yeah, a little hungover, but other than that, having a good Wednesday morning.
What's your preferred margarita? Are you a frozen man, a regular salt? What are we looking at?
So that's a great question. I prefer frozen with tahini on top, but this place I go to, they don't give you an option. Like, they make their own margarita mix, and it's just margarita flavor. That's it. And it's on the rocks. So I'm telling you, man, after one, you get a little dizzy. After two, you can't understand English. It's incredible.
That sounds like a good margarita to me. I mean, really, it's just about the booze, but I know there are levels to it. Like some people say, that, what is it? The Reposado tequila, isn't that the better one? I'm not very well versed on it, and then I know people do the, what else you got? Like triple sec, but there's something you can do instead of the sour mix that raises it a notch too, makes it a little fancier. But I don't know much about margaritas. I just drink them.
I'm not.
Well, my favorite margarita is the Corona-rita. Have you ever had that?
Is that the one?
Corona beer in it.
They're just an upside down Corona.
Yeah. It's just absolute redneck margarita, but I love it.
Yes, I've had one. It's been a while, but I have had that. Really for me, it's about the booze. I know there's different levels to the tequila and all that kind of stuff, but the tahini, though, that's very exotic. I got a friend he does the same thing with the tahini. I've never tried it.
It's something you ought to give a try sometime. I was going to get y'all's opinion on this. Russ disagreed with me. Do y'all think high school graduation is one of the most depressing things there is?
Well, I mean,
now more than ever, yeah.
You mean when you are the graduate or when you got a kid graduating? Because I don't know what it's like when, like, Russ is talking about having, because I know him and Bob had kids graduating, and that's probably sad for them as parents. I don't know what that's like. So, I mean, for me as a graduate, I guess I'd say it was bittersweet, but, I got used to it, to not being in high school. You kind of move on with your life. I do remember my dad telling me when I was getting ready to graduate high school, because, I played football with all these guys, and you got all these buddies you've made and all the girls that like you're with these people for, I mean, some of them, 15, 16 years of your life. And then I remember my dad telling me, I never forget, he's like, you're not going to know any of these people. You're not going to keep in touch with any of these people down the road. Like, you got a whole life to live. He's like, you might keep in touch with two of them. I'm like, no way, Dad. There's no way, man. These are my friends for life. And then what do you know? He was exactly right. I got maybe three of my guys from back in those days that I'd consider close friends,
Were those guys you played football with? Because that's always been my theory. If you play sports, you'll keep in touch with those guys. Because that's the only ones I keep in touch with who I played football with.
Yeah, for the most part, but for me, it's literally only I'd say three guys. One of them is texting me right now. I'm going to get to his comments here on the other side about Bubba's Umpire Chronicles. My buddy Clint, and then I got my buddy Wilson. I talked to him on the phone yesterday, and like honestly, those are only the two guys that I feel close to at this point. I mean, everybody knows the stories about my buddy Mo from back home, but we don't keep in touch like we used to. So you do drift away, you do fade, and I guess that in itself is kind of sad or bittersweet maybe.
I think for these kids, they just don't know how to communicate properly because they got social media just ruining them. So now it's like they ain't going to talk to anybody after this.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good point, Bubba. I had to speak at a graduation last week, and I was listening to the kids speak and all this crap. I'm like, guys, it's miserable on the other side. Why don't you want to stay? Like I told Russ, you'll appreciate this, Cody. I'm like, yeah, last week you're wishing to hurry up and graduate, and here in about 5 years you'll wish the Lord will take you now.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, we've all been there. Yeah. Livia Soprano. I wish the Lord would take me now.
She's an underrated character in that show, Cody. I'm finishing a rewatch. I love her.
It's hard not to love The Sopranos, man. I mean, I feel like ever since you started watching it, you've watched it now like 3 times, haven't you?
It's my 4th time. Yeah.
4th time?
I can't get enough of it. Yeah.
It's great. It's just the show in itself is just it's a whole vibe in itself. I mean, it's undisputed GOAT TV show in my book. I mean, nothing comes close to me, but yeah, Livia,
100%.
Great character.
Well, guys, I've taken enough of your time, Bubba. I'm enjoying the Chronicles, and Cody, I stand with you on the milkshake. I think you did the right thing. Yeah, have a good day.
Appreciate you, brother. That was Dr. Vol.
I appreciate him letting me hang up on him about 7 damn times in a row.
Well, that's what luckily we have guys like Dr. who are willing to keep calling and help us out in a time of need as we do this 2-man show. But wanted to get to some of the other comments here. Clint writes in, Bubba, Clint umpired for 5 years. And he said parents who never played the game are the worst, and asked, can Bubba not toss the parents/coaches?
I mean, I'm allowed to, but that's like, they told us like, hey, don't, that's like the ultimate last resort.
Clint said if they were abrasive and showing their tails, we would toss them. That's what he said. He said he never tossed anyone in our hometown because it's a small town. Everybody knows everyone. But where he was doing it, where it wasn't such a small town thing, he said he wouldn't hesitate.
Try that in a small town.
If if somebody was being a horse's ass, he said he'd toss them. So
now, I've only ever had 1 or 2 coaches get tossed in my entire life through playing sports and watching it in person. So I don't want to. Plus, for 8 and 9-year-olds, dude, I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, I guess the age matters.
Half those kids can't tie their shoes properly, so it's like you take away a coaching figure. They're really just not known.
Well, the age matters, but I feel like also that should mean that because those are just kids out there having fun, maybe it shouldn't be so damn serious with the dads,
Yeah, I will see. That's the other thing too.
I get it because you've done some games that the kids were like 12, right? 12, 13.
11 and 12.
And at that age, you're kind of getting more into the rules of the game, and you're looking at playing in high school one day, and that's a more evolved part of the game. But when it's 8 and 9-year-olds, I mean, what's so serious? Why is it so serious?
So you say that though. So it's when it comes back to, again, I know bad decision for missing the plate. Do we teach them at this young age, 8 and 9, to not miss the plate? Or is it just hey, we'll wait for, 2-3 years and then really start harping on that stuff,
Yeah.
So it's I don't know if whether or not we want to try to teach them young or just because I can tell you those boys, as the Vols, they didn't miss any plates last night. They stepped on it.
Clint also tells me that apparently we graduated high school 15 years ago today. So circling back to Dr. Vol's point there about the high school graduations, and 15 years ago today that I graduated. So I would say it doesn't feel like that long ago, but I think it does at this point. it does kind of feel like a different lifetime. For some reason, my high school graduation feels like the proper amount of years ago, but my college graduation still doesn't feel like it was 10 years. But
did y'all end up doing a high school reunion?
We did, yeah. 2021. It was the night of the Tennessee Ole Miss game when we did our reunion. So got to see some old friends.
A lot of people show up to that, or?
Yeah. I mean, we had a good crowd. I saw some old friends that I hadn't seen in a long time. It was good to see the girls, especially.
Yeah, see which ones went from a to a oh.
Well, because the fellas. I mean the fellas. I kind of knew what was going on with most
this
of
guy.
them.
He's balding already, and it's like I knew he was gonna be bald by 30.
I knew Mo was going to be balding, same as me. And I had kept up with Clint and some of the other guys, and so it was good to see the girls from back in the day. And,
I don't want to do that nowadays because now it's like, damn, she's like, how many mothers we got around here, brother?
How many single moms can get to one high school reunion? Hour 1 in the books. Hour 2 coming at you on the other side. Stick with us here. Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
You're listening
Life
to
is more fun with a Good Life
105.7
account.
And AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Start your morning off with your daily dose of Talk Sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. Fan Run Radio.
Ever been the coach who realized the team's gear just wasn't up to par? Well, if I'm being honest, that was me. Just a downright irresponsible and plain bad coach. Then SM Athletics changed the game. I want you to picture this. I walk into their store, a coach with a vision. SM Athletics didn't just see a coach. They saw a team's potential, and they delivered custom uniforms so striking. Our team's spirit soared. From cutting-edge apparel to top-notch equipment, SM Athletics transformed our presence. No more unreliable online orders or envying the other team's style. SM Athletics stands for quality, design, and on-time delivery every time. Coaches, elevate your team with SM Athletics. Call 865-966-3434 or visit smathletics.com. Get the best for your team, delivered right and on time. So, elevate your team's game by contacting SM Athletics today.
Scottie Pippen
7 a.m.
reportedly,
to
quote,
10 a.m.
beyond livid at Michael Jordan for betrayal in The Last Dance.
Hour 2 kicking off in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Got a little news for you here. Hour 2 headlines. Bubba, do you have news or do I do the news? We haven't discussed this beforehand.
I mean, we can.
We're flying by the seat of our pants here.
Tag team in here. You might not like what I have to say, but I'll have something to say.
Well, I got a few things, and we'll just kind of both do it and see if we care at all about the other one's news. Let's start with this. Let me know if you care. Jason Kidd out as coach of the Dallas Mavericks, says NBA Shams Sharaneria.
So here's the thing, because I'm uncultured with NBA, I guess coach firings happen consistently a lot, very frequently. It sucks because Jason Kidd, I believe, was a player for the Mavericks, in his career.
Yeah, the new Mavericks president, Masai Ujiri, is making the coaching change.
Whatever happened to the guy that Luka trade, Nico, whatever his name was?
Nico Harrison, was that his name?
That's what I wanted to say it was.
Yeah,
Is he still in the organization right now?
No,
he's not. He's canned.
No, he's out.
Oh.
No, he was ousted.
So is this why they're also getting rid of Jason Kidd too? Just any type of connection to this guy and just staying on this organization, they're just sweeping away.
Well, I don't know. I just saw that they hired a new GM. Not yesterday, but a couple weeks ago, a guy from the Blazers. So they are kind of, I guess you could say, cleaning house in a way, trying to, they've got a nice core there. And a hopeful future. So they're looking to get the right guy in there, I think, for the future. Jason Kidd had been there for 5 years. The team described it as a mutual decision yesterday. He's got says he's got 4 years and more than $40 million remaining on his contract, but they were just ready to go in a different direction. Dallas had a finals run in 2024. But I guess they just felt like things had gotten kind of stagnant because Jason Kidd got his contract extended just 2 years ago. They had that run and declined. You remember they declined the Knicks' request to interview him.
I'm going to lie and say sure.
But Ujiri, the new president, said, as we evaluate the future of our basketball program, we believe a new direction it's the right moment for a new direction. High expectations for this franchise, blah, blah, blah. We will conduct a thorough discipline search for our next head coach.
So it looked like he'd been there since 2021.
Yeah, he had a nice little 5-year run
So
and made the finals, but he had missed the playoffs 3 times.
Maybe about average, if not a little bit longer. Because it looks like I'm looking at an article here from 2024 about the longest tenured coaches, and everybody there's 3, 4, 5 names that kind of stick out. Obviously Greg Popovich, Spoelstra, and Steve Kerr. Those are the 3 names that have the most.
Spoelstra, you're saying Eric Spoelstra, a great friend of Butch Jones.
Yeah, that guy.
If you remember.
So it's aside from those guys, everybody else is kind of within 3 years of this article.
Well, sticking with the NBA, Jason Kidd, an NBA name that a lot of people know, but in other NBA news.
Is this a name I also know?
If you know the name, the New York Knicks.
Oh, I do.
The Knicks on an 18-1 run last night. Did you watch the end of the game? Did you happen to see it? Were you home in time or see any highlights or anything?
I didn't really watch it. I just kind of looked at the box score to see if my double-double prediction went right for Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. And I don't think it did.
Didn't work out? Well, it was a hell of a game. The Knicks completed the largest fourth-quarter playoff comeback in 14 years against the Cavs. I mean, I got to say, anytime we start talking NBA, I look over to the chat, and they're like, yawn. Yawn, NBA talk, yawn.
Yeah, Jared Allen's a scumbag, dude. He had 7 in the third quarter.
We didn't even talk much. I mean, we waited all the way till the end of the show yesterday to talk about that NBA game. But you guys, you got to be real, man. 2 games, 2 days, 2 of the better NBA games of the season. I mean, we've made it to the conference finals here, and we've had 2 of the better basketball games that I've seen in the NBA in a long time, at least to me. And people know I'm more invested this year, of course, because I'm gambling on it more.
So the past like 3 weeks.
Yeah, so say what you will about that. But, man, these last 2 days, you're talking about 2 just incredible NBA games. And I'm sure John will want to talk about it when he gets here, when he gets back tomorrow. But
yapping constantly about guys watching a ball go through a hoop.
Yeah. No,
they can stand and put it in there. That's exciting.
It was impressive, though. The Knicks erased a late 22-point deficit last night to stun the Cavs in Game 1. I mean, and what a choke job. Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. Who would have thought, come playoff time, right? Yeah. It said the Knicks flipped the script and exploited James Harden to spark the Game 1 rally. Poor James Harden.
The hefty guy that was popular with strip clubs.
Was James Harden a big strip club guy?
I think so.
I'm sure he was. I would be if I was in the NBA. I'd be at Magic City right now, in between games.
I will say, as a casual, it looks like the Knicks have more names on this list that look more notable. AKA when I look at their rosters,
Patrick Ewing.
I see D Wade, but not Dwayne Wade. A guy named Dean, who's a white guy for the Cavaliers.
This is how the Drive talks NBA.
Yeah.
When they talk about the NBA, they say, "Well, let's see who's on this team." Jalen Brunson, you remember him? You remember the name?
Yeah, the fat guy.
DiVincenzo, you remember the guy from Villanova?
I remember. I know Jared Allen and Evan Mobley because again, double kings, or they were last season. James Harden, Donovan Mitchell. Other than that, Dennis Schroeder, the German guy. Max Strus, I believe he was a former Heat.
It was a 44-11 finish.
Larry
Bubba.
Nance Jr. Tyrese Proctor. I've never heard of Craig Porter.
Proctor.
Naquan Tomlin.
Sounds like proctologist.
Samuel.
You know what you don't want, Bubba?
OG Anunoby. Taking over? No.
You know what you don't want? A proctologist with poor depth perception.
I don't know what a proctologist is. So.
Okay. It was a 44-11 flurry by the Knicks, Bubba, to close the game. 44-11. Are you hearing me? They were down 22 points with 8 minutes left.
Yeah, I mean, they doubled it up, man.
They were getting their ass whooped by 22 points, 8 minutes left in the game.
That's crazy. Who started it?
Jalen Brunson. He was hitting all kinds of stuff.
How many free throws he get during this whole span?
I asked last week, is Jalen Brunson a star? And if you watch that game last night, it's clear to me he's a star.
A star.
Hell of a rally by the Knicks. You got Game 2 tonight. I believe that's tonight. Yeah, they're not. Why would they take a day off? We got the Thunder and Spurs tonight, 8:30.
Too much scrolling.
If you want to watch any of this NBA stuff.
Make it easy for me to find out details of this.
Roger Goodell says the NFL is cooperating with the Florida Attorney General after receiving a subpoena.
For what?
Well, apparently the subpoena was sent to the NFL by AG James Umpire as his office investigates whether the league has committed potential civil rights violations related to the Rooney Rule and the league's other employment practices. So Roger Goodell says at the NFL Spring League meeting they are cooperating. Maybe we'll ask Jordan Dejani more about this coming up here in about 20 minutes as he joins the show. The great Jordan Dejani, a dear friend of mine.
Who's Landry Shamet?
And NFL insider. What?
Landry Shamet. Makes 25-foot 3-point jumper.
What are you still just reading the Knicks roster? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Or the Cavs? I have no idea who that is.
Plays for the Knicks.
I wouldn't know him if he walked in here right now.
What college do you
I
think
could
he
probably
went to?
take a look at him and say that looks like an NBA player. But I don't know who he is, Bubba. The NFL owners also approved up to 10 international games and removed teams' ability to protect home games. Well,
I'm about damn tired of the NFL and their monopoly to just colonize the world.
Well,
this is what happened all the way back, and that's how we're here in America, right? Because people, they wanted to expand.
You're saying the NFL are colonizers.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Bubba, if it weren't for colonizers, we wouldn't be here today.
I know. I recognize that.
I mean, I ain't saying whether it's right or wrong. You know, they didn't have to give smallpox to
just
all
like
people,
Drake.
but
Drake's not a colleague. He's a colonizer, too.
Is that a Kendrick Lamar line?
It is.
Okay. I mean, I ain't saying what they did was right, but
spreading smallpox, that's not cool.
No, it's not cool, but here we are.
And here we are spreading, the product of the Jaguars playing the Saints in Berlin, Germany. We don't want that. Do we? Do we care? I mean, it's cool to have football on at like 9 a.m. in the morning.
Seth writes in, this NBA talk right now is making me sick. Well, that's why I was trying to move on to the NFL, but Bubba keeps reading the rosters.
I'll give you another name if you want.
I don't.
All right.
I don't want to know. Rashee Rice, sentenced to serve 30 days in jail after testing positive for the weed in violation of his probation.
Get a medical card for it, man.
I mean, this Rashee Rice, I mean, what a rascal.
Yeah, real rascal.
A real knucklehead.
Imagine that. You know one thing that you're supposed to not do, and you know what you do? You go ahead and do it.
30 days in jail for
There's no way this
smoking
guy,
pot.
he probably declared early for the draft, didn't he? Ain't no way he's got his degree.
Who, Rashee Rice?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he's got a degree or not. You call me an idiot or
no?
him?
Rashee Rice.
I got a degree. I got 2 degrees, Bubba. How many damn degrees you got? I got 2 of them.
Associates don't count.
Sure it does. Rashee Rice, so he was on probation for his role in a crash that you probably remember the story. It left multiple people injured on a Dallas highway 2 years ago.
It's unfortunate that you could say that, and about 7 NFL wide receivers would instantly pop up.
That is kind of true.
It's unfortunate. You could also
a lot of knuckleheads.
Yeah.
There's a lot of knuckleheads out there, Bubba.
And they got, less damn players than the MLB. But all their players are doing illegal cockfighting in foreign countries and everything else.
Also, Arsenal has clinched its first Premier League title since 2004.
How many Premier League teams do you think you could name?
For you hooligans out there. Hell, I don't know. Not many.
I'm going to set the over-under at 5.
Premier League teams?
Yeah.
How many are there?
I'm cheating too.
Mr. Expert over here doesn't even know how many teams there are.
Same exercise. I'm giving myself about 5 teams.
I'm going to say Manchester City.
Okay.
Manchester United.
Boom.
Chelsea. Do you have the list?
No. The ESPN's terrible.
Well, get the list so I know if I'm. So far, I got Man U, Man City. Are those both Premier League teams, or are they different? I mean, I don't know anything about this stuff. And then I would say Arsenal and Chelsea. Are those correct?
We have Arsenal. We have Chelsea. We have who's the 2 teams you said? Man U and Man City?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, we got 4.
Is Leicester City, is that still one? Weren't they remember them?
I'm going to count them, even though I think they may have been relegated.
They had that great upset that time. Are the Spain teams part of this? FC Barcelona?
For the 25-26 season, no.
Tottenham?
Yep.
Liverpool?
Congrats. Yes.
Look at me. I know my sports. So Rashee Rice, 30 days in jail. We'll talk more NFL with Jordan here coming up after the break. Let's go ahead and get a reset in, and we'll do a quick segment on the other side. Got some big college football situation, or college basketball rather, that I want to address. Get Bubba's thoughts on. Stick with us. Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
What a drag it is getting old.
Bubba, I know you put this one in the system.
Not my favorite. My favorite is going to be Beast of Burden, which I'll play at some point.
You're the one who put this in, though, I believe.
Yeah, I put in
right?
a couple Stone songs. Mother's Little Helper, Monkey Man, Beast of Burden.
There was a guy in the chat who asked us to talk about our favorite Stones B-sides. He's probably the only one in the chat that
as a man who doesn't own a record player, I don't know anything about B-sides.
Yeah, there's some old Stones there for you. Not sure 396. I wanted to touch on this before we get Jordan on this. RJ Luis, this was a big story yesterday, committing to LSU. Some are saying that Will Wade is ruining the game once again. He already was known for his cheating and his unethical ways when it comes to college basketball. And, of course, LSU hired him back because they want to win. So, former St. John's star RJ Luis, he was the 2025 Big East Player of the Year. You remember this guy, Bubba? RJ Luis?
Did he play for St. John's?
Just played last year, 2025. Yeah, Big East Player of the Year. He is now going to LSU. Although it appears that a long eligibility fight likely remains, says ESPN, because he had entered the portal and then entered the NBA draft. RJ Luis remained in the draft past the withdrawal deadline before going undrafted. Okay. So this guy went to St. John's, had a great year, Big East Player of the Year, said, I'm going to the NBA, stayed in the draft past the deadline, and signed a 2-way contract with the Utah Jazz before being traded to the Celtics. So this guy had a whole...
So the problem I have with this immediately is deadline. Okay, deadlines are there for reasons. They're not just recommendations.
Well, that's why everybody's
also getting
got a problem.
traded.
Yeah, he was already established as like this guy has gone to the NBA. He's done with college. He's cleared. Like it's over, right? So he was waived by the Celtics before signing a contract with the main Celtics. So he was going to go down to the G League, right? Then the main Celtics waived Luis, who was injured before he played a game. So the rule is the NCAA says that players who sign NBA contracts are ineligible with the organization.
Yeah, we saw that with Bediako and
That's
a couple
right.
other people.
That's right. This ties back to the eligibility saga of the former Alabama player Charles Bediako. But this guy had gone similarly to Bediako. It ended up as a G League player. Now comes Will Wade swooping in, getting in the mix to sweep this guy off his feet and bring him to Baton Rouge, even though it is technically against what the NBA would have, or the NCAA would have ruled. This guy should be ineligible. Same as Charles Bediako. And now LSU is looking to bring him in. So the NCAA has not and will not grant eligibility to any prospective or returning student athletes who have signed an NBA contract. They said that's what the NCAA said back in December. So now this guy is going to try to take the Bediako route, this RJ Luis.
I mean, we talked about graduation a little bit with D.R. Ball. These guys, man, they just never want to leave college. It's that Matthew McConaughey mindset, They're getting older, but everybody else stays about the same. It's kind of messed up, but also doing his best, Chad Baker Mazzara. And if you can get your way around it, what's stopping you from making a little bit of money from those nice, fine folk down in Baton Rouge?
Well, I mean, there's nothing stopping him from trying. It's just a matter of whether or not he'll get eligibility. And, the NCAA made it pretty clear with
What's
Bediako.
wrong with the guy wanting to go back to school, Cody? What's wrong with that?
Guy's 26 years old.
He's older than me.
It'd be like if you went back to play in college.
I still have my eligibility. I never started one season. I have thought about that. What if I were to go back to school and just try to walk on as backup kicker or something?
I mean, give it a shot.
Yeah.
You could miss a field goal to beat Georgia just the same as Max Gilbert could have.
He popped up on my Instagram yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Watching all his Arkansas stuff. This he's a smug kid.
Well, Will Wade is a smug coach.
That's right.
And this is not the only guy they're trying to do this with. This is going to be Will Wade's strategy at LSU, is to try to bring in G League players. I'm serious. This is going to be Will Wade's strategy.
Do you think
they're leaning into
mandate then, or no?
They're leaning into it.
I mean, that's complete just BS.
They're leaning into the perceived uncertainty surrounding eligibility this spring. It says Luis is not the only guy they're looking at with eligibility concerns. They're also looking to add a 25-year-old player from Israel, Yam Madar.
We had a 22-year-old freshman, so I can't really say anything about that.
Yeah, but he wasn't playing in the damn NBA, Bubba.
No, but
that's the point here.
Ethan Berg was playing there.
Yeah, he was an Israel guy too, but that's not the point. The point is that Yam Madar was selected by the Boston Celtics in the second round of the 2020 NBA draft. And he's been playing high-level international basketball for 8 damn years. And now LSU saying, we're going to bring him in too.
I did ask for this, so I'm kind of glad we get these kind of scandals. I wanted more scandals back in sports, so I'm glad we get something here.
What do you mean you asked for this?
I wanted more scandals back in sports. I thought for a while we were just too clean and cut. We need guys really going crazy. Or maybe I've just always overlooked them, but I like blurring the lines of professional and college. Really confuses me. I just like to complain.
Well, people like you are ruining the game, Bubba.
Ruining the game.
People like you and Will Wade are ruining the damn game.
Brother, we're ruining the game already. We just paid a kid $4 million for one season and got hurt, through a quarter of it.
Well, that's a bigger conversation, I suppose. But I just wanted to touch on that R.J. Louise. That'll be an interesting story to keep an eye on. That was a big story yesterday. Will Wade trying to bend the rules. Old LSU, full of rule benders. Got damn Kiffin as their football coach, and this damn Will Wade as their basketball coach. I mean,
and damn Diva is their women's basketball coach.
Yeah.
And a Chump is their men's baseball coach.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a damn shame these days. But nonetheless, have you got you send that link to Jordan yet?
I have emailed the link to Mr. Jordan.
Okay. Well, we will see.
If you did not get it properly, let me know.
Yeah, we'll check on that during the break. Checking back in with the chat. Buck says 39 years since graduation for him. Eric said his 8-year-old soccer game last night, 2 dads got into it, and a wife tried to de-escalate. Guy said, glad your mom could come over to help you. So it's not just baseball, Bubba. It's not just Little League baseball. It's these issues are happening on the soccer fields as well. Matt says, just tuning in, where's everybody at? Well, that's a good question, Matt.
It's like, Will Smith and that one scene of The Fresh Prince looking around at the empty living room.
Buck says, I accidentally gave out the Cars for Kids phone number. I did not, Bubba. That's our Buck. That's our phone number. 865
1877 Cars for Kids.
That's not our phone number.
KARS.
There's no way I would say that phone number without singing the jingle, and I know I didn't sing the jingle.
I can't wait to have that that's a headline.
Ours is 966-3435.
We're getting into that next hour.
Vandy Dandy says Vandy's going to run the table and win the SEC tourney.
This guy, he's like a damn mole. Pops up every now and then. You don't want to look at him. You think you get rid of it, comes right back up.
And Hank says, Bubba, if you want to be a perfectionist, you should just start learning all the rules to American sports. Start with football, basketball, baseball. Just become a rules perfectionist if you want to do that. So
I don't want to be a stickler.
So that's
what I was. I'm my worst fear. I'm my own nightmare.
That's what we got from the chat. Another person writes in something very mean about Bubba.
Oh, please say it.
Bubba, this is a Make-A-Wish kid getting his chance on air. Bubba is R-worded. I don't agree with that, Bubba.
Where can I find this at?
It's in a private chat, and I don't agree with it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you and your friends.
I think it's very rude of what this person said.
Yeah, can you disclose which friend it was?
This person said he should be on Talking NBA, not you, Bubba. I want to say, Bubba, that I appreciate everything you're doing. Arguably, you have a harder job than I do today because you're over there manning. I mean, hell, you got 3 monitors. You're over there running a warship. You're trying to figure out how to answer a phone. Plus, you're having to halfway co-host the show and sort of do the news. I tried to take the news off your plate just because, you got all kinds of stuff going on. Bubba's doing a great job. Apparently, this one guy just didn't appreciate your NBA knowledge, your NBA talk.
Again, who's this feller?
His name is Seth. Seth.
Well, I hope he's having a great day, and I hope that he enjoys the playoffs that's happening now.
All right, stick with us. We're going to see if we can get this Zoom link to Jordan and get him in here on the other side. Jordan Dejani, CBS Sports NFL, coming up next.
The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel, as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery. Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation, or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Your time is up, my time is now.
Welcome back to the show. Talk Sports, May 20th. A little mid-May NFL talk for you here as we bring in Jordan Dejani from CBS Sports, NFL insider. Is that true, Jordan? Are you an insider at this point?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me on the show. No, I'm not an insider. In fact, I don't even cover the NFL. I only cover the Carolina Hurricanes of the NHL, and I thought that's why I was brought on the show this morning, was to break down that matchup. Apparently, you guys want to talk about the Florida Attorney General handing out subpoenas to the NFL and breaking down the divisions of the Tennessee Titans. That is something that I have no knowledge of. I'm only here to break down the NHL playoffs.
Seems like we got the wrong guy on the line. I was hoping to talk NFL, but if you'd like to give us your Carolina Hurricanes takes, you can. I know you're a Carolina guy. Now, this hockey, not something that I think anybody really cares about here in our market, but maybe a handful of people. I mean,
ever since they got on to me for mispronouncing Jonathan Taves from the Blackhawks, I've refused to watch it.
The Black what?
The Blackhawks. I because his name is Toews, so I thought it was Toes the first time. I was like, watched it, and I said, no, it's Toes, and they're just like, no, you're an idiot, it's Taves, and I was like, well, how would I know that?
Yeah, you would be thinking about Toes, wouldn't you? So
yeah.
Jordan, so Carolina, so the Hurricanes, they're still in the mix, huh?
Yeah, you know what's crazy is the Carolina Hurricanes still have not lost a postseason matchup. They went 4-0 in both of their first two series to start the playoffs. They're the first team to sweep its first 2 rounds of a postseason since the NHL switched to the best-of-7 format back in 1987. But here's the thing. The Montreal Canadiens are standing in front of them in the ECF. In fact, the only 2 times the Hurricanes have ever gotten to the Stanley Cup Finals, they had to defeat the Montreal Canadiens. But here's the kicker, okay? Carolina lost all 3 regular season matchups to the Canadiens this year, so it's going to be a really interesting series. But that's my NHL spiel. Thanks for letting me get it off my chest, and I'm excited to break down the NFL with you guys.
Yeah, a lot of good skaters out there. That's really what it comes
Remember
down
the
to.
trivia question, Cody? How the Habs are the oldest team in the NHL? The Montreal Canadiens?
Do I remember what?
The trivia question where John got upset over the Montreal Canadiens and the oldest team origins?
Oh, no, I don't remember that at all.
Okay, good.
I must have been out of it that day. So, Jordan, this Rashee Rice, I mean, this guy, what a knucklehead. I mean, what's going on? Is he going to stay in the league? I mean, it seems like it's something every month with this guy.
Well, if you're talented enough and you don't do anything too bad, you probably can stay in the league. But Rashee Rice is heading to jail right now. He violated his parole by testing positive for THC, and you immediately go to jail for that because it is going against the terms of your parole. I think that the entire case would have been dismissed had he remained clean, but he hasn't really had a history of being smart. But this goes back to when he was playing Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 in real life on a Texas freeway, almost killed people. So it was pretty fortunate he didn't have to serve prison time, but obviously he's headed to jail now. There are a couple things that are notable to mention about this. One is that he is going to miss mandatory minicamp for the Kansas City Chiefs, which is not ideal. But the other part is that he's also rehabbing from a minor knee procedure. And while he's behind bars for 30 days, he can't get the rehab and let's call it medical attention he would typically get from the Chiefs training staff. So it's pretty important because the Kansas City Chiefs are viewed by everybody as this perennial contender. They didn't do too much work on the wide receiving core in terms of boosting that talent for Patrick Mahomes. So Rashee Rice is a very important figure for the Kansas City Chiefs in 2026, and he has not gotten the season off on the right foot.
So let me get this right. Rashee Rice is rehabbing a knee injury, and he's going to have to rely on prison workouts under the direction of the warden to rehabilitate his leg problems.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty correct to me. So that is a little bit worrisome. I don't think we knew about the knee procedure until yesterday, really. Again, it wasn't like he had a torn ACL. It was more about a cleanup procedure, but still that is a procedure in which you need to rehab, in which you need to get, adjustments or whatever advice from the training staff.
So all he's going to have going for him the next 30 days is concrete floor push-ups and those pull-ups from the bar above the cell door there. That's all he's going to be able to do.
And stretches. Stretches, I think, are the most important thing, too.
Yep, that's right. You could never forget stretching. Stretching is critical to preventing injury. So where are you at on the Chiefs at this point? Because, I mean, it's obviously I called it the beginning of Mahomes' second act is kind of the way I'm looking at it. If there is a second act, you know how you watch a movie and there's, everything's going good. And then, for like an hour into the movie, and then the next 30 minutes is like a complete crater, like the valley of the movie, everything goes wrong for the protagonist. And then you have the resurgence toward the end and it leaves you feeling happy. Is that what's going to happen with Mahomes in this second act, or do you not buy the long-term success now of the Kansas City Chiefs?
I mean, I think it's hard to go against them. They're coming off of 3 straight Super Bowl appearances, and then they had this one down year where they went 6-11 and missed the postseason entirely. There are a couple things working against them. I think that not only Patrick Mahomes, he's coming off the torn ACL. It's no guarantee he's going to be ready for week 1. He, of course, is going to play at some point in 2026. But on top of that, I would make the argument that the AFC West is getting a lot better. The Denver Broncos, of course, won the division last year. I think that their Super Bowl window is wide open. That's what we learned in 2025. They have what is objectively a top 5 defense. They have a very capable quarterback on a rookie deal, which is really important with cap management. They just traded for a new wide receiver one in Jalen Waddle from the Miami Dolphins. So seeing him in a Sean Payton system is going to be very entertaining. But look at the Los Angeles Chargers, too. I know a lot of people say that they're an afterthought. They had one of the most embarrassing postseason losses I've ever seen against the New England Patriots this past season. But here's the thing. They got a new offensive coordinator in town by the name of Mike McDaniel. And that's been a guy who's been able to orchestrate some of the more explosive offensive systems we've seen in recent years. So now you bring in this leader to pair with a guy like Justin Herbert and all the weaponry around him. There's reasons to be optimistic about the Chargers in 2026. The Raiders, still kind of a bit of an afterthought, but you can make the argument they are on the right track. I mean, they've improved all across the board. They reunited Georgia linebackers, Nakobe Dean and Quay Walker. They've got Max Crosby back. The quarterback room is upgraded with Kirk Cousins and Fernando Mendoza. They're not going to be a surprise team by any means, but they should be on the right track in terms of improving.
How long are we going to keep doing this with the Chargers and Justin Herbert? I mean, this guy, at some point in time, I look at this cat and I say he just ain't got it. I mean, it just ain't going to happen.
Joe Burrow, one of the same.
Well, come on now, Bubba. Joe Burrow's great. Joe Burrow's the king. But Justin Herbert, I mean, how many coordinators you got to bring in for this guy? I mean, at some point he can either play or he can't, right?
I think it's a good question because I understand there's Justin Herbert fatigue. All the NFL fans hearing that, hey, he's actually a top 5 quarterback in terms of talent, but no postseason success to show for it.
I've been hearing that for 10 years.
Right, and that's where your legacy is, of course, made. I think that's a very fair point, but bringing in someone like Mike McDaniel, who I think is going to, I don't want to overstate it, but revolutionize the offensive side of the ball with the weaponry at your disposal, that is something to keep an eye on. If Justin Herbert is going to make a jump, it is going to be under Mike McDaniel for me. I think that addition is exactly what the doctor ordered for this guy. And also, I mean, Jim Harbaugh is a pretty good coach as well. And I think that he's really shored up the defensive side of the ball. So the Chargers are kind of in no man's land where, yeah, they might make the playoffs, but they don't have any legitimate prospects of hoisting the Lombardi when it's all said and done. But if Mike McDaniel can come in and really set up this offense and get the most out of the running backs, I think the Chargers are probably one of the more interesting teams to watch this year.
Mr. Dejani, there's 2 quick things I want to talk about. One, it's with Brennan Sorsby in this preliminary draft that could happen. Do you think there'd be interest with teams potentially signing him? And then 2, it's going to be more about what the heck the Colts are doing with Anthony Richardson and if he will be able to be traded or if just nobody wants him or what's happening with that.
So a lot of people are talking about Sorsby and him potentially entering the supplemental draft, which we haven't had in a couple of years, by the way. But there are a couple of reasons why I don't know if the supplemental draft is going to come to fruition for him. One is that, I mean, he's in therapy, obviously working on himself in gambling addiction. So we don't know how long that will take or even what he thinks about his playing career right now. He, of course, hired a lawyer, so it seems like he is motivated to get back on the field and try to get back some eligibility. So if that falls through, is the supplemental draft the correct course of action? But the other part about this is that the NFL has to approve him to enter the supplemental draft. And I don't know if the NFL is jumping at the opportunity to approve a gambling addict who was betting on his own team, even though he wasn't playing in those games, giving him entrance into the league. And if they did, hypothetically, what they could do is, I think they did this with Terrell Pryor in 2011, the NFL could end up suspending him to begin his NFL career for his malfeasance in college. So I don't know if it's something that's necessarily going to happen because this is such a dramatic situation with a gambling addict who was focused on, betting on his own team and betting on, Romanian basketball and things that Cody and I like to do at 3 a.m. every night. So we'll have to see how that shakes out.
I was going to say, I'm going to need to figure out which clinic he's in pretty soon if these NBA parlays don't start hitting the way they were.
What? Are you on a snide right now? I thought that you were red hot.
Well, I was red hot, but you know what they say about gambling. You can only be red hot for so long, and then you turn ice cold. And I wouldn't say I'm ice cold, but I've been missing lately by like one leg. I got to get this. I got to get this fourth leg figured out.
Most men only got 2 legs, Cody, not 3.
That's right. Thank you, Bubba. That's a good optimistic viewpoint of it. Jordan, you were talking about Rashee Rice speeding down the freeway and almost killing people in Texas. Are you excited about GTA 6 coming out soon?
You know what? I've never been like that big of a GTA guy. I know that you guys are big GTA guys, and is it finally coming out now? Because I know that project's been delayed for multiple years. It seems like
It's going to be a while still. Bubba, do you have the day? Is it coming in the fall, or is it May 27? Is it spring 27? See if you can find that information for me, because they did delay it. It was supposed to be coming out like now, I think, was the original, and then they had to push it back. So
rumors are saying November 19th, 2026.
So the fall. So
Yes.
November. Okay. We need to set aside some time, Jordan, to really dive deep into that game and try to get good at that. Now, November, will that be kind of a busy month for you, or do you have much going on in the month of November?
no, the NFL season isn't in November or anything like that. No, November is definitely one of my busiest times, especially with Thanksgiving. Like, we're gonna have Wednesday games in November now with Thanksgiving Eve. We're gonna have Thanksgiving games. We have Black Friday games. So yeah, November is definitely a busy month.
Okay, so we can look forward to playing some GTA, hopefully in November, maybe in like April. Are you gonna? Speaking of these international games, where do you stand on all these? I see the NFL has approved up to 10 international games. Do you like this? I mean, I know you understand it because, the NFL is trying to become a global product and reach all these different countries and all this stuff. But as a traditional fan, I mean, do you like it? Are you okay with the new world we're living in, or do you wish it wasn't happening?
Do you hate
Trump?
Personally.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Fans stateside do not like it, but it doesn't matter what we think. One of the reasons I don't like it is because I don't think the players necessarily like it. Unless you're getting a bye week after your international trip, then you might be a bit jet lagged. And the players are really high on trying to get rest, and the NFL is kind of against that, with them trying to extend the regular season, with them only having one bye week. So anything that the players don't like, I'm going to usually side with them. But as you mentioned, the main reason they're having all these international games, the goal is really to have every single NFL team play one international game at least a year. And that could be coming soon down the pipeline. But the NFL wants to take over the world. I joke that, sources tell me that when we get the technology to get back to the moon, that's where the NFL wants to open up the season in 2040. But it's really about getting money from the international fan base. But here's the other part too. I wonder what the end game is, because if the NFL wants to have an international footprint, having a few games overseas doesn't necessarily do it. So is the NFL thinking about expanding and trying to put teams overseas, or a league with financial backing overseas? Back in the day when the UFL was starting up, I kind of hypothesized that the NFL would want to see if they could be an independent entity, and then the NFL would kind of throw its weight behind them monetarily and maybe put the UFL overseas as a farm system. But the other thing I think about too is that the NFL doesn't really need a farm system. I mean, there's a lot of talent to go around, of course, but at the same time, it's not like we necessarily need a G League like the NBA has that we can pull talent from. We have expanded practice squads at this point that the NFL is utilizing. So I think it's a really interesting question to see what the end game is for the NFL when it comes to international football.
Didn't the NFL used to try to have European teams though, like that, like the Frankfurt Galaxy and the Reign and something like that?
Yeah, the Berlin Thunder.
Yeah.
Who could ever forget? That was back when I was a kid, man. And, from what I've heard, it didn't exactly fare very well. But I'm sure the NFL learned some lessons about what went wrong with that. And that is why I think they haven't really jumped at the opportunity. The NFL this is a slow game for them when it comes to international things. It used to be a couple international games a year, and now they're trying to get up to 16. So we'll see what they want to do.
Buck writes to you, Jordan, that was a perfect response. It doesn't matter with college or pro what we think. We're just a money stream for the owners and colleges. We are dumb, period.
We are. It really is a business, man. It's not about catering to the fans necessarily, unless you're a fan in a global market or an international market, I should say. That is the most important thing to the NFL right now.
Yeah. You watching anything good on TV right now?
I'm trying to wrap up Better Call Saul. It's my first time watching it through. I just watched Breaking Bad again. I've seen Breaking Bad, but after watching Breaking Bad, I went over to Better Call Saul. A lot of people say they like Better Call Saul than Breaking Bad, but I would say Better Call Saul, there's definitely an element of slowness to it. It's not the quickest show in the world. There's a lot of scenes that I necessarily don't care about and wonder if it actually is important when it comes to setting up the plot. So that's my main concern with Better Call Saul. But it is a good show. I'm not 100% sure that I would place it over Breaking Bad just yet.
It's good dialogue. Those scenes are they're building for something bigger, hopefully. But I haven't seen it. I watched Breaking Bad in like 2014. You remember when I
Hit
first
too close to home for you?
Yeah, with the meth and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
when I first got to Tennessee, I watched Breaking Bad when I was first in college because you remember I didn't have any friends, and I was just alone every day in my apartment. I didn't have anything to do between schoolwork and stuff, so I just binged Breaking Bad. But because I watched the whole show in like 2 weeks, I don't even really remember what happened. Like I
know you're watching your Ice Road Truckers or Amish, whatever.
Hell on Wheels. It's Hell on Wheels.
Yeah, whatever. But after that, Breaking Bad is definitely worth a rewatch. I still think that's one of the best shows. I like Game of Thrones probably is my number one, despite how it ended. But Breaking Bad is definitely worth a rewatch, and then you can dive into Better Call Saul.
All right, I want to do a quick little NFL quiz. I want to give each other a question because I feel like my NFL knowledge. I want to test my knowledge against you and see who really knows more. You know what I mean when it comes to me and you in the NFL, because I'm pretty smart. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I kind of know my stuff. So I'm gonna ask you a question and then you ask me one. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you this one, and it's pretty easy. Like anybody who knows their stuff should probably know it. Who in the NFL led the league in passes defended last year?
Trick question. It was two players. One was Mike Jackson, cornerback of the Carolina Panthers, and the other was Riley Moss, the cornerback with the Denver Broncos, who I think actually led the league in penalties as well, Riley Moss. So they both had 19, I think. Okay.
Wasn't really expecting you to get that one, but okay. So Jordan answered his question correctly. Let's see what you got for me, tough guy.
Who was the offensive lineman the Tennessee Titans selected in, 2021, that only played one game for the team? First round pick.
I was hoping for what is the football team in Dallas is kind of what I was hoping. Peter Skoronski.
No, he's still a fixture on the Titans defensive line. In fact, I got the year wrong, actually. I said 2021.
Okay, well, that was null and void.
2020, number 29 overall, an offensive tackle out of Georgia. You watch SEC football. There was a first-round pick on the Bulldogs.
Was that Monroe? What was his name?
Monroe Freeling?
Monroe, was that him? Monroe Freeman? Freeman?
No, Monroe Freeling was selected by the Panthers about a month ago.
Oh. Tate Ratledge, Cade Mays.
Do you remember a guy by the name of Isaiah Wilson?
I remember the name, yeah.
That was Isaiah Wilson, was the answer to my question.
Okay, well, you ruined my bit. You were supposed to give your question to me was supposed to be like, what is the football team in Kansas City? And then I would have gotten it right, and then we could have celebrated together. But instead, I just looked dumb again.
I have a question for you guys I want to ask.
What's that?
So, you know that Nashville is going to be hosting the Super Bowl in, 2030?
Yeah.
What is the perfect halftime show?
For Nashville, I'd say probably I'm going to go Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, pops in the head.
I think the country music industry should officially embrace Morgan Wallen for the 2030 Super Bowl. The guy's he's a superstar.
Reba out there.
Reber?
Give me a Reba.
Reber McEntire?
Yeah.
How about Garth Brooks while we're at it? Those people are getting old, Bubba. They're old and decrepit. By 2030, Garth Brooks, he's going to be in prison for murder, for one thing. But they'll never.
Nah, getting all those people to sing "Friends in Low Places," that's going to fire them up.
You got to have a good young star. I'm going Morgan Wallen. What's your answer, Jordan?
I don't know. All the musicians I listen to are dead, so we can't have Jim Croce take the stage anymore. But
yeah, I don't think they're I don't think they're going to have Steely Dan out there.
Yeah, see, that's what I would enjoy. I got a take, and you got to tell me if this is cool or if this is a dumb opinion. What if the national halftime show was like a bunch of different people with Tennessee ties? Like Dolly Parton would come out and do something. Jelly Roll would come out and do something. Morgan Wallen would come out and do something.
Did you say Jelly Roll?
I did. Oh, yeah, you hate Jelly Roll.
I hate
sorry,
that.
you say Jelly Roll.
I hate that.
You're done.
I think it's disgusting because Jelly Roll is disgusting, and Dolly's going to be too old by then to do anything.
She's struggling right now health-wise.
Yeah, I mean, God bless her. But, so I think you got to just go Morgan Wallen. Jordan, I'm sorry to cut you off. We're at the end of the hour. I love you, and I hope to see you soon.
I love you, too. Appreciate you having me on the show, guys.
Thank you for coming on. Hour 2 in the books. Hour 3 around the corner. Stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you. Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, If you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Round 3.
The world's greatest radio show. The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
Power rankings, Tuesday trivia. John Reed and Cody going wild, no Olivia. Wood grain on my leather seats. I got the whole team eating like I'm Johnny Eats. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ay. Talk sports while I'm chewing a Zen. Ay. Talk sports while I'm riding to work. All the ops take a ride in a hearse. East Knoxville. Ay. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ay. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ay. Morning booming from 7 to 10. All the ops take a ride in a hearse. East Knoxville.
TalkSports 3.0.
Hour 3 kicking off in your White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Hour 3 headlines brought to you by Knoxville Smiles. Smile! Bubba, you probably don't remember. It always reminds me of that old Arkansas football coach, the interim coach, John L. Smith. Very few people probably remember him, but circa 2012 or so, it was after Petrino got fired for the whole motorcycle situation where he was, banging the volleyball coach or volleyball coach's wife or something like that. I don't even remember. I remember her name was Jessica Durrell, but I don't remember much else. But anyway, they brought in this real nut job, and it was a race to the bottom of the SEC between him and Derek Dooley on just who could possibly be stupider. And this interim Arkansas had, this John L. Smith. He was – I always think of that quote in a press conference. They were just giving him hell. They're like, sir, are you can you coach at all? I mean, are you just in over your head here? I mean, what are you going to do to turn this program around? And he basically just said everybody's being too negative. He said, smile. Why can't we all just – smile.
Ain't nothing I left to smile about.
Very creepy. Speaking of Derek Dooley, Bubba, let's do a little news here. Shout out to Knoxville Smiles. Derek Dooley is in a real race down in Georgia right now. The former Vol football coach is trying to get into politics, as we know. And he is currently is he in a runoff? Hang on, I read this last night and now I've lost it. So please bear with me here as I try to find this Derek Dooley story. Bubba, you got anything for us? Where the hell did this story go? Sorry, folks.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Tommy Tuberville won the Republican nomination.
Tommy who?
Mr. Tuberville.
Tommy Tuberville?
He for the Alabama governor.
Is that how you say it?
Oh, it's not. You call it Tuberville?
Yeah.
There's only one B.
You're right. I mean, it is spelled like Tuberville. Where the hell did my Derek Dooley story go?
All I know is Thomas Massey didn't get it for Kentucky.
This
so
done pissed me off. Oh, yes, here we go. Mike Collins and Derek Dooley competing for the Republican nomination in June 16th runoff. Neither received over 50% of the vote in Tuesday's primary. So to win the U.S. Senate seat outright, you have to win at least 50% of the vote. And neither Derek Dooley or Mike Collins did that. So we're going to have a runoff down in Georgia.
How far are they running?
Ironically, wouldn't be the first time Derek Dooley had been run out of Georgia, runoff from Georgia.
So I can't.
Hell, his daddy didn't want him down there. His daddy said, "Go coach Tennessee."
Have you heard of this Congresswoman?
What a sorry ass coach he was. by the way. Sorry, what, Bubba?
Orange pants. That's pretty cool. Smokey with the shivering blanket.
What are you asking me?
I was going to ask if you heard about this Shelby Campbell, Congresswoman.
I have no idea who that
candidate.
is. No.
So she's running for Congress for.
She hot?
Kind of, and she has a video of her twerking. And I don't know if this is just me getting centelled by it being a parody, but.
So this could be completely fake?
I'm hoping not.
Okay.
Let me do a little more research on this.
Okay, sounds good. I got some more anonymous coach quotes out of the SEC, and maybe we'll go over some of these with SEC Mike, who is coming on with us here at about 10:30, hopefully, if we can get him connected good. Another anonymous coach quote from the Athlon magazine. Having the Aguilar deal not go their way was good. A good thing for the SEC. Is this the same thing I read yesterday? Oh, boy, folks, I'm sorry. I'm really.
Have you heard about Oz the Mentalist possibly being exposed by Pablo Torre?
Really falling apart here. No, I haven't. This is the quote I was trying to read to you. Sorry. Without a veteran quarterback in that system, you don't feel the same energy and excitement around their program. Every time we face them or versions of them, it all runs through how their quarterback is, how confident he is at stretching the field, and how mobile he is. So this new anonymous coach quote says, without a veteran quarterback, you don't feel the same energy and excitement about them. That's what I was looking for.
This coach can just keep saying words. I disagree.
Yeah. Well, there's different coaches, I assume.
It's like there's more energy, maybe negative energy or anxiety, as we call it, with the younger and experienced quarterback, but
a nervous energy, we could call it. Yeah. Apparently, Barney Frank has died. The longtime Democratic congressman and trailblazer for gay rights. You familiar with Barney Frank?
No, is he a Lobster movie or no? Was that about him?
I'm not sure. I think that's a different guy, but he's died at 86.
There's also unfortunate news that a guy named Tom Kane passed away.
Tom Kane.
He was the voice for the Powderpuff Girls of Dr. Professor.
Okay, R.I.P. to him.
Sad news for Rakia Jackson.
James Pierce out of jail?
Well, no, we've already talked about that. How that situation, he might not have to go to jail.
I wanted to ask Jordan about all these criminals getting off, and I forgot about it.
But if they have Rakia rehabbing anywhere outside of Chicago and like in Nashville or something, her injury might just keep extending.
Why?
You know what I mean? Just situations.
Okay.
Ben Simmons won a title, finally.
What was it?
For the South Florida Sales AC, a.k.a. he won a professional sport fishing league title.
And that's the only title that he would ever win. Because he was a bum.
You can't say that.
He was a bum in the NBA, total bum. Local news here, Reese Chapman. We got an update on him from Ben McKee. It says Reese Chapman is pushing to return Friday against Texas if Tennessee can get past Arkansas today.
Little TexArkana situation for Reese.
So if we can beat the Hogs today, if we can find a way to get past Arkansas,
Big T,
then Reese Chapman will look to play tomorrow when we would theoretically face Texas. So Chapman,
do we want him to play?
Huh?
Do we want him to play?
Yeah, we want him to play.
Even with a messed up face?
I want him out there.
PTSD?
He's a competitor. He's a great Vol. I want him out there. Chapman returned to Knoxville today in hopes that he can undergo a procedure Wednesday to help relieve he's got a fracture in his cheek, says Ben.
What are the odds that two players would have face injuries?
I mean, I don't know. It happens.
Stone Wallace got, and then Reese Chapman gets got.
This happens to us all the time. Tony Vitello got hit in the face, too.
You can't hit that face.
Somebody did.
It's a beautiful face.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, people were complaining yesterday about Tennessee losing out on another player. Did you see this, Bubba? The guy we lost to Kentucky, in-state kid?
Hey, that, I forget his name, but Oregon coordinator turned QB coach. Or just coach, not QB coach, head coach. What was his name?
The guy at Kentucky, Will Stein?
Yeah, Will Stein.
You think he's got it?
I think he might be a little gamer. Well, Alex Golesh, reinventing the wheel with the system.
I don't know. Remains to be seen. I mean, he hasn't coached a game yet, so it's a little harder to do it at Kentucky.
Plus, those people are just willing to grasp on anything. They don't want to support Mark Pope in the basketball, so switch it back over to football.
The Iowa State athletic director yesterday, Jamie Pollard, discussing the SEC and Big Ten threatening to break away and form its own league. The Iowa State AD says, let them go. Let them break away. We should break away from them. Hell, let them go. But here's the deal. They have to go in all their sports, break away in all their sports, and see how fun it is for them to play baseball, softball, and track when it's just 20 of them. That's what I think we ought to do. But I'm one person, and that's probably a little draconian, he says. But that's how I feel about it. Like, quit talking about it. Quit threatening. Go on. Go on and do it. But if you're going to do it, you don't get to do it in just football and then keep all your other sports with us. Take them all and see how fun it is. I think that would be tough for Iowa State. I mean, I get where he's coming from there, but I don't think they want that any more than the SEC and Big Ten should want that. Because then their championship becomes completely meaningless.
So it's harder when you get into different sports. So it's like, through certain gymnastics, not every SEC team has a gymnastics program. Lacrosse, wrestling, stuff like that. So don't know if that's the best idea, but also we trying to send our people all the way across, the globe if we were to form a super league? No. That's more money that they got to spend for traveling, which means, you got another talent fee going up. Only the media rights deals get even bigger and better than before. More people complain about not being paid.
Albert Breer, senior NFL reporter for the Monday Morning Quarterback, points this out about Nashville. I read yesterday. I found this to be interesting. Right now, the Nashville metro area has approximately 62,000 hotel rooms. By the time the Super Bowl is played in 2030, that Super Bowl official now to be in Nashville in 2030, he says that number will be 80,000. So it continues to show you the wild amount of growth for a city that's already grown a lot. Nashville metro area currently has 62,000 hotel rooms. By the time the Super Bowl comes around, it'll have 80,000. So a quarter more, basically, than it already has. So
now I wonder how far out they're extending the Nashville, umbrella.
The Nashville metro area?
So just that area, we're not sending all the way out, to suburbs.
Yeah, see, it depends on how you count it. Because if you go all the way to Murfreesboro and Clarksville, you add a lot more people there. I don't know where it cuts off necessarily. Because you have a metropolitan area, and then you have what they call a CSA, Bubba, which is a whole combined statistical area, which would definitely include Clarksville and Murfreesboro. But
what about a CPA?
What's that? A certified public accountant? Is that what you were going for there? Are you familiar with this new Netflix documentary, The Crash? I've been seeing a lot of tweets about this.
No, I'm not an avid Netflix user.
What do you have against Netflix?
I don't pay for stuff like that.
For anything? You don't do any streaming services?
I pay for one.
Which one?
Hulu. Yep.
Well,
I lied. Okay, two. Amazon Prime.
Well, have you heard of this girl, this Michaela, what's her name? Michaela Sherrill? Mackenzie Sherrilla is her name. It's about this crash, and I remember hearing about this story when we had it. I'm pretty sure we had it on the show, but this teenage girl who killed these two guys with her by intentionally driving her car 100 miles an hour into a brick building. Like she basically was just going to kill everybody in the car. She's going to kill herself and take them with her, I guess. But she survived.
I mean, there's a lot of questions to ask here.
It's a crazy story.
How old was she when this first occurred?
17.
Okay.
And there's been a whole court case. So
her other people in the car, were they around the same age? Were they older?
Yeah,
were they younger?
they were around the same age as her. And she had just, I guess, intended to drive her car 100 miles an hour into a brick building and kill everybody in the car, but she survived. So it's a very disturbing story, and she's been in the courts for the last several years because of this, obviously. But now Netflix has they're doing a series on it called The Crash. I don't know if it's a series or just a documentary, but apparently it's just debuted on Netflix, so might be worth a watch if you're looking for something. Some
are saying it's a medical episode calls her to do this.
Yeah, well, maybe so. I don't know all the details of it, but you can watch it on Netflix. And one other note here, the NAACP announces that it is taking a stand. They launched the Out of Bounds campaign, a national call to action for black athletes, families, fans, and allies. On3's Pete Nako says the NAACP has launched a campaign calling for college athletes and fans to withhold athletic support from public universities in the South because of black voting representation. It's calling for all athletes to consider all available options under the transfer portal. So this includes the states of Tennessee, Louisiana, Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, South Carolina, Texas, and Georgia. Basically, they're calling on fans to boycott and encourage athletes to transfer. Get out of these places, these terrible racist states. Tennessee, Alabama, Louisiana, Florida, Mississippi, South Carolina, Texas, and Georgia. So I found that to be interesting. Be a damn shame if all of our black players transferred, wouldn't it?
Any player, regardless of their race, gender, identity.
No, the race is very important to the story, but I don't think you heard the headline. This is from the National Association of Colored People.
I support young black men getting paid and young women.
Well, I think we all do. I think we all support that, don't we?
I just got confused here for a second, Cody. I got a notification for a Coldplay concert happening, but it's the Candlelight concert series happening. So I think
what are you talking about?
So apparently there's like a candlelight where I don't know if they just like play it as background or if it's part of like an art exhibit or if it's like orchestral. I think it's orchestral with, pianos and string instruments and whatnot. But yeah, because I had a ticket thing pop up where it's like, hey, get Coldplay tickets now. I was like, Coldplay? And it said Knoxville Museum of Art. And I said, why the hell would Coldplay be in Knoxville just unannounced randomly? What's going on here?
Who are we going to have on the mound this evening against
Evan
the Hogs?
Blanco.
Blanco?
Yep. I think Ryan Shumford put that out or Ben McKee put that out about 20 minutes ago.
Okay. Nice update because I was just wondering about it.
Blanco threw 99 pitches on Friday against Oklahoma. So some are saying whether or not he's had enough rest, but only one way to find out.
Yeah, it looks like Ben McKee tweeted that 9 hours ago. So.
Oh, well, I'm a little off. But
Evan Blanco to start for Tennessee today against Arkansas on 4 days rest.
Depending on how you want to trust them. But some news here coming in at the buzzer from the New York Post. So take it how you want. The J.P. Morgan executive Lorna Hagini, remember her, who got wrongfully accused in all this, is now suing the ex-banker Shirayu Rana for defamation over the sex slave allegations.
That's pretty crazy.
So she's biding her time, and she's coming back with firepower.
Yes, pun intended. Let's hit a break, Bubba. We're overdue for we got to get a little short segment in here, and then we'll have SEC Mike around 10:30. So we got to pay off the sponsors here. Let's take a quick break.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Bobby Petrino, Sharon Moore, a couple of guys who like to have a little extracurricular fun off the field, both very successful. Well, not really. Sharon Moore wasn't. He was okay. He's kind of he was no Jim Harbaugh, we'll say that. I think Michigan will be much happier with Kyle Whittingham there now. SEC Mike set to join us here in a few minutes. I have botched the segment lengths, so I told Mike 10:30, and it doesn't really make sense for us to take another break before that. So, Bubba, are you sending Mike the link now? I've just texted Mike that we're sending him
Trying
a link. Okay. Maybe if I didn't ask you to move across the room to the microphone, you could actually get that done, huh? I'm just making it tougher on you.
A little bit.
But, Bubba, I just want you to know I appreciate you and all your hard work that you're doing today. Two-man show is not ideal, but you're doing the best any man could possibly do given the circumstances. And we'll be back tomorrow, if you're just tuning in, close to full strength as John makes his return. Sam's still going to be out, I think, the rest of the week. So maybe by next Monday we'll be back to doing a normal four-man show. I don't mind doing this from time to time, sitting in the hosting chair. I mean, I like it okay, but I don't know. You know, I'd wondered for a while if I'd maybe want to do my own show. There's been some windows over the years where I could do my own show, and thought about it if I might like it. I'm always thinking about it, but really, I like what we do here. I like being a part of a team, and you know, something where what's the thing they say, Bubba? The parts.
Crawdads sing.
Excuse me.
Okay.
No, the thing about the parts being greater than the sum or whatever, like I think we're just at our best all together, you know. And,
I don't know. Sometimes I feel limited.
You want to do your own show?
Sometimes. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This is the only experience I have so far.
I'm sure
you
could
being part of a team.
I'm sure you could do your own show if you wanted to. If I did my own show, though, I would want to do a 2-hour show. 3 hours, man. That's
3 hours too much.
3 hours too. I just get tired of my own voice at a certain point in time, and I assume everyone else is getting tired of my voice too. Even if they are or if they're not, I get in my own head. I'm like, people don't need to hear that much.
I need a little bit of time to like be wacky and go off the deep end. Maybe some quirky segments, you know, but still have time to get through some stuff.
I prefer when John hosts the show personally, and I like being that number 2 guy where you can just bounce off, and it's just a good rhythm that way. We have a good chemistry. Speaking of John, somebody, let's see, Vols 155 writes in, how did John convince someone to sign up for a lifelong commitment to heated debates with someone that doesn't understand agree to disagree? No hill he won't die on. Love the guy, but serious question. I'm assuming that's directed at me, right? Would I be the guy that signed up for a lifelong commitment with heated debates with someone that doesn't understand agree to disagree? I assume that's directed at me. I don't know. You know, we've been doing it for so long now. It's just kind of what we do. No hill he won't die on. That's true. John, he does love to argue. He sure does. But we love him, and we look forward to him being back. Not sure 396 writes in, won't Monday be a holiday? Yeah, that's true. So maybe Tuesday we'll be back to full strength, because I fully intend on taking Memorial Day. Have you had a chance, Bubba, to send that link to Mike?
I have attempted to email it to that email that you provided me.
Well, he's just asked if I could send him the phone number, so we're going to try that. 865-966-3435. So look for a phone call from Mike and see if you can put him on. And we'll just do this live on the air here. I don't mind it. The audience will bear with us as we try to do this. 865-966-3435. I just sent that to Mike. So see if you can patch him in when you get a chance, Bubba. East TN Vol says the show is so much more entertaining when Cody's running at 100%. Wow. See, I disagree. Like I said, I prefer John. If I was going to do my own show, I'd just do a 2-hour show. It's kind of a workout. It's a lot of talking. I'm tired when I get done hosting a show. It's like 3 hours of blabbering on here. I don't know, man. I don't think it's really for me. I like saying fewer words. Vol and SC said, hell, they let William have his own show. William, you know, he's doing fine. He's a good kid. He's doing all he can do. that light blinking green yet, Bubba? No? Well, we'll see if we can get Mike here at some point in time. Great NBA game last night. Tell Mike Bear from the Drive sends his regards. Okay. I'll make a note of that. Great NBA game last night. Bubba, are you excited to see this game 2 tonight between Oklahoma City and San Antonio?
I mean, I won't be watching it, so.
You're working tonight too, huh?
Yeah, brother, I ain't had a day off and it feels like over a year.
You're going to be out there in the dirt.
Damn heat. It's been like 30 days for me just working.
You get sweat in your eyes out there wearing that hot umpire uniform, that hot mask. I imagine it's a dirty, muddy experience out there. And, it's only May 20th, so it's only going to get hotter. And pretty soon the bugs are going to be out. You're going to have damn mosquitoes. You're going to have flies everywhere. Sweat's going to be dripping off your forehead. You're going to have dirt in your eyes. I believe we have SEC Mike on the line. Mike, are you there?
Yes, no dirt in my eyes. I'm good.
Welcome to the show, brother. I appreciate you joining us today. Appreciate you spending some time. I don't know if you've heard, we're doing a 2-man show today, just me and Bubba here. So I said yesterday I was going to try to pull out all the old guns, see if Mike would be willing to spend some time with us. And we had Jordan on earlier to do a little NFL talk. So I thought it'd be good to talk some SEC ball with you.
Yeah, it's a little secret not many people know about me. I prefer 2 men at a time, so I'm good to go.
Well, we certainly appreciate it, brother. How's the off season going in your world? I mean, what are you working on right now? Like what's dominating your days, I guess, would be the question when it comes to SEC football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this might sound crazy because the portal and all that happened so long ago, but it's really like trying to figure out who's on the teams because
yeah,
I mean it's wild. It really is. Even someone that does this day to day, I'm trying to find out what are these teams getting out of the portal. That's kind of the longest thing, studying the portal additions and how these players looked at their previous stops, how they fit in with their new team, and you magnify that by 16, and it takes a lot of time to do all that.
I guess that's harder than it has ever been, right? I mean, because, for years, everybody would do these off-season lists, and really these things start coming out as soon as the college football season ends, right? And it's like, way too early, top 25, and here's who you got to watch next year, and this team's bringing back so-and-so returning starters. I mean, like, returning starters, I mean, that's kind of an antiquated term at this point, isn't it? Like, does that even matter anymore?
Yeah, honestly, I stopped paying attention to it after last year because the team that was at the lowest of the low in the entire Southeastern Conference was Ole Miss. So I just assumed, the best they could do was 8-4, and man, they went further in the SEC than anybody. So, I'm not saying it's totally irrelevant because the team that was at the top of those lists was Vanderbilt, and of course they went on to win 10 games. So I do think it matters, but I think it matters less than ever, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, with the transfer portal, the way that these teams are getting rebuilt every year, it's pretty crazy. And I guess the thing I like about it as a fan is it can give you hope year to year. Whereas, like, you used to feel like, I mean, you remember the days of Tennessee just being in what felt like purgatory or maybe purgatory is putting it lightly. Hell might be a better when it was just, like year one Butch Jones, and it's or let's say the last year of Derek Dooley, like 2012. You just knew that it was going to take any coach you hired like 3 years to build it. So you knew you were, 2 at the very minimum and probably 3 or 4 years away from having anything that looked competitive on the field. Now, I guess a program could have a little more hope, like say an LSU this year. they were kind of down and out last year. It was very much a down year by their standards. They fired their coach, got a rebuild on the horizon. But am I wrong to say that they're expecting playoffs year one with Lane Kiffin?
Oh, not only playoff. You talk to the fans. I mean, I think they expect to advance in the playoffs. Now, are they saying national championship or bust? Not necessarily, but I think they're thinking that's realistic, and it might be with Lane Kiffin and all the pieces he's got to work with. I'm not quite there with them. I think it's going to take some time, and I don't know if you have the LSU schedule in front of you, but the first month it's all kinds of landmines. It's Clemson week 1. That is a home game, and I realize Clemson's not as good as they have been, but that's a losable game. Week 3, they're at Ole Miss. That's the biggest revenge game, I think, in the entire college football calendar. And then week 4, they host Texas A&M, which, we'll see what Texas A&M is this year. I think they're going to be really good again. They have absolutely waxed LSU. So it's not unrealistic to sit here and say LSU is going to be 2-2 in the first month. And as they're implementing a new offense, a new quarterback, new offensive line, they don't bring back a single receiver from last year other than you want to count the tight end. So I think it's going to be a little bit of a work in progress at the very least the first month of the season for LSU.
So you've got questions about their quarterback because Sam Leavitt, he's been dealing with these injuries, or he's coming off injury. Mm-hmm. And I think as a Tennessee fan, to tie it locally here, we've been kind of trying to pull the wool over our own eyes and convince ourselves that we came out good on this deal. When you look at Brandon Sorsby getting caught up in all this gambling stuff and probably not going to be eligible, and then Sam Leavitt, I mean, who knows what you're going to get with him because he's banged up. Is that a fair critique of where LSU might be with their quarterback situation?
Absolutely. And Sam Leavitt did not do very much in spring football. And Lane Kiffin's offense, obviously the tempo that they like to run, how much they rely on the quarterback, it's all about repetitions. So, he's not totally removed from the team, but he did no 11-on-11 work. He is seriously lacking those repetitions. Now, you could say the same thing, Trinidad for Ole Miss last year. He was kind of in a similar boat, but he didn't have the injuries, and he got in there due to injury, of course, and just excelled. So I'm not saying it can't happen, but I don't know that I'm necessarily buying the Sam Leavitt hype either. You got to remember, he was in the portal long before the portal opened. You know how they always do that now, and he had a long list of suitors. I mean, he was one of the last quarterbacks to commit, sign, whatever you want to say, after visiting half of the teams that needed a quarterback. So I think there's a lot of questions about Sam Leavitt, not just there on Rocky Top. And that's just health related. I mean, if you go watch a guy play, yeah, he'll do some amazing things. He'll also look pretty bad at times. He did nothing against Mississippi State the last 2 years, and they have the most god-awful defense in the Southeastern Conference. So I don't think he's by any means a home run prospect.
Yeah, when he was playing at Arizona State, I mean, those games, not impressive at all. I thought the same thing when they played Mississippi State. So, and, in the SEC, that's going to be a week-to-week occurrence. You're playing Mississippi State every week, and better, obviously, than Mississippi State. Like, Mississippi State's kind of the low bar. That's the low end of who you're playing. So and I guess, where do you rank what would you say that LSU Ole Miss game in Oxford, the most anticipated SEC game since when, in your eyes?
Oh man, that's a really good question.
Well,
probably
I heard a guy the other day say, and I thought it sounded a little dramatic, but I heard a guy the other day say that that's the most anticipated SEC game he could think of since 2011 LSU Alabama. And I got to thinking about that, and I was like, man, that's a pretty big statement, but I was trying to think of some others that might be on that level. Anything come to mind for you?
Yeah, I'll give you one, and the game was kind of a dud, but the anticipation was pretty awesome. When Texas and Texas A&M finally played 2 years ago, there was a 12-year hiatus in that, and it was just a constant like online war.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter who the coach was, Jimbo or Tom Herman. I mean, it was every year they had to get asked, do you support, bringing this game back? And it was an annual thing where those fans just talked trash for literally a decade plus, and they got together. And if you recall, Texas and A&M, they were fighting. The winner was going to go to the SEC championship, and the loser was probably going to get knocked out of the playoff, and that's exactly what happened. But A&M looked so pitiful. I think the final score was like 17-7 maybe, so
yeah,
it wasn't much of a game, but that one kind of comes to mind.
A couple more I think of, too, are those second-round Alabama revenge games. Like 2012, Texas A&M beat Alabama, Johnny Manziel, and I remember how hyped up that 2013 game was in College Station. I know you remember that one. And then the same with Ole Miss, Bo Wallace in 2014, they beat them. And then the next year you turn around and that 2015 game had a ton of hype too. So those kind of come to mind for me. Anytime Nick Saban was involved in a bounce back game, kind of like that. But I'd say it's definitely going to be nasty up there in Oxford. I mean, Kiffin's going to need probably some extra security, I would imagine, at the least.
Another one, I mean, this is, more locally than anything for you guys, but South Carolina, Tennessee, the year after, South Carolina blew out in Williams-Brice. I mean, all I can remember is, the F. Spencer Rattler chants for 4 quarters. I mean, that Neyland Stadium, I wasn't there that day, but it seemed like it was rocking. That's probably on that list too.
I was there that day, and that was a good day. That was a fun party, and it was a good vibe at least getting our lick back that day. When you look at Tennessee, Mike, where does Tennessee rank right now in the hierarchy of the SEC? Because to me, it seems like they've got a pretty good roster. I mean, they've got a top 10 roster in terms of money. If you just look, directly from what the money spent. Tennessee has a roster that should be in the top 25, but because of the quarterback situation, I mean, you look at them, and there's a lot of people that don't even think Tennessee's a top 25 team. Where do you land right now on the Vols?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely ridiculous, but of course I've heard that too, and I know it's only May we're sitting here talking. I'm already tired of hearing about Tennessee's quarterback situation and how that's going to hold them back, because I think that anybody that says that, I think you can just write them off as just not knowledgeable. They haven't done their homework. I think Tennessee is, like you said, I think they've got a really good overall roster. And if you want to talk just hierarchy of the SEC, I think it's Georgia number 1. And I think there's a great distance between everybody else. And I know people have Texas in there. I don't. But I would put a second tier. I would put Texas, Oklahoma, A&M, Tennessee, and Ole Miss. I think any one of those teams legitimately can be the second best team in the SEC this year. And obviously I'm throwing Tennessee into that mix. So I think the defense will be much improved. I think this is a really good offense that they're going to put around the quarterback. I think Bishop is probably the most underrated running back in the conference. You could probably make the argument Staley's the most underrated receiver in the conference. I think Ethan Davis is going to be the best tight end that's ever played for Josh Heupel, and Tennessee's got the best offensive line in the conference, in my opinion. So I think Tennessee's going to be really good, and I haven't made my official predictions, but I may have Tennessee as a playoff team.
Whoa!
What about the question mark at quarterback though?
Gonna be young.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt, but every quarterback seemingly that Heupel's worked with, short of Nico, has worked out. And even if you want to say Nico didn't work out, they made the playoffs, so he wasn't a complete bust. I know there's so many ways we could go with that, but I just have so much confidence in Josh Heupel and company to manufacture a quality offense. I think they're going to be really good next year. And I also think there is no such thing as an easy schedule in the SEC anymore, particularly with the 9-game conference schedule. But I think this is the least difficult schedule in the entire SEC.
Really? You think Tennessee's is the least difficult?
Absolutely. There's no Georgia anymore.
That's because they get the home games against Texas, LSU, Alabama.
You nailed it. I mean, those are the toss-up games. And are they going to win all those? Probably not, but you give them a really good shot to win most of them at Neyland Stadium. I think the most difficult game they have on the road is A&M late in the season. I think A&M and LSU, I think both of those potentially playoff-type games for Tennessee. And I think Tennessee could win both of them.
I like your glass half full approach, Mike, because I said something similar on the show a week or two ago, because when you look at Tennessee, it does seem that they've kind of upgraded everywhere. Like they bring in the Penn State defense, they bring in Jim Knowles. There's a story every other day about this strength coach, Derek Owings, and how much bigger, stronger, and faster he's made this team and how they're not going to be soft anymore. So when you accompany that with the fact that if there's one thing you can trust Josh Heupel on, and it's getting production out of the quarterback, you would feel pretty optimistic, I think, about this team. So I like that viewpoint. Now, I noticed you talked about that second tier of SEC teams. You didn't have Alabama in there. Is it over for Kalen DeBoer?
Oh, it's been over. It's been over since they had to delay his contract extension 4 months because they didn't want the fans to revolt. So, yeah. I mean, Alabama's lost its edge. They've lost their toughness. And I really, honestly, I know this is kind of contradicting everything I'm saying, but I think Kalen DeBoer is a really good coach. I mean, his record is in a lot of big-time games is outstanding, but he's not going to make it at Alabama. He's just a horrible fit there. They're going to run him out. It may not be this year because they've just foolishly just gave him a massive contract extension, but he's not going to last there. And, this very well may be the final year he's got down there. Like if the Southern Cal job opens, I mean, he's gone.
I mean, is it like 9-3 or you're fired for him? Is it that drastic or is that even good enough?
I mean, Nick Saban must be rolling over in his grave to hear you ask that question, Cody. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, the guy's lost 8 games in 2 years. It took Saban a decade to lose that many.
It's crazy.
And not that he should be judged against the greatest of all time, but yeah, I mean, the standard has dropped. And now he's got his elite quarterback in there. Let's see what they can do, but they can't run the football. And the offensive line is completely rebuilt. I mean, I just don't see it. I think they are going to struggle mightily. I think they might go as bad as 7-5 this year.
I sure would hate to see that, Mike. It'd be a cold day in hell. Alabama going 7-5. You got any intel on these on who these anonymous Athlon coaches are, or is that just Athlon insider deal?
Yeah, I mean, I do have some insight, but
you can't tell us.
Ask me not to say anything. Yeah. They give me all the stuff in advance, so okay. I don't really want to burn that bridge.
Hey, fair enough. I'm just glad to know that you know. Last thing, we got to take one more break here, but are you excited about the Super Bowl coming to Nashville?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm honestly more excited about I think they're going to do a college football national championship game is the rumor. So, yeah, I mean, Nashville is obviously the place to be. It's where I live, but I do stay away from Broadway.
Yeah.
But I might have – I'll go down there for the Super Bowl, So, yeah, that's going to be quite the scene. That the new stadium looks fantastic. So, yeah, I'm excited about it.
You think that national championship will come before the Super Bowl, if you had to guess, or is that further down the road?
I think it'll come after, because it's my understanding that the Super Bowl quite literally takes years to pull off.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine they're going to throw in a championship in another sport in front of that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it'd be too much too quickly, I guess. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well, brother, I appreciate you coming on. And like I said, we got to hit one more short break here to pay the bills. But always appreciate your time, and hope to catch up with you again before the season. So good talking to you.
Absolutely. Anytime.
All right. Thank you. That's SEC Mike, folks. Michael Bratton, That SEC Podcast. Check it out on Twitter. He is the host of the highest rated SEC pod on Apple and Spotify. Always good to hear from Mike. Bubba, let's take a real short break here, and then we'll last call it.
All right.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Sorry about that, folks. Got to hit those contracts, Got to pay the bills around here. Appreciate Jordan Dejani and SEC Mike joining us today on the program. Hopefully it was a good enough show for being a two-man show. Bubba, you were outstanding, as always, a true professional. Professional. I'm not really used to being a professional, but sometimes you do what you got to do. Thank you to everybody who listened to the show today. Appreciate everybody participating in the chat. And that's about it. Bubba, what'd we miss? Anything? Did we miss any breaking news or anything? Hopefully not.
I mean, aside from the JP Morgan executive responding back, not really. NASCAR had their Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I saw that. Kevin Harvick going in, right?
Kevin Harvick, Jeff Burton, and Larry Phillips.
Larry Phillips? Is he an owner or crew chief or who? I don't recognize the name Larry Phillips. Is he a tire changer or what's he do? You know who Larry Phillips is? Yeah, nonetheless. Yep. So Kevin Harvick, Jeff Burton. That's a
little bit before my time.
It's big NASCAR news there. And that's about it. Wemby going to return to Paris in 2027 against the Pelicans. So, yeah, we pretty much hit it all today. Couldn't have possibly been any better. Rich Paul, LeBron's agent, informed Shams that, quote, every contender has called since the season ended for LeBron James. Be interested to see if he ends up somewhere other than the Lakers.
What's the biggest fish you think LeBron ever caught? You think he's caught like a 7-pound catfish?
Probably like a marlin. I see him more of as an ocean fisherman. Maybe one of them big old red snappers.
Yeah.
Nothing better than some fresh red snapper fried up right on the boat.
A little bit better.
Excuse
Salmon.
me. Salmon?
Yeah. Salmon, as I want to call it.
Salmon, as they say in France. All right. Well, thanks a lot, everybody. John will be back tomorrow. Tony Basilio is up next. Stay locked in here on Fan Run Radio.